75% of the way to a year of support. Whoop whoop.
Guys, that was the least enthusiastic whoop whoop I've ever heard. This is why AI will never take over. Can't even give an enthusiastic whoop whoop. Come on, AI, you can do better than that. It's not AI, it's a freaking bot voice. It's just not a bad one. It's not a bad one. Whoa, my hair did not look that bad like 5 seconds ago. Hang on a second. Oh! Wild. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome. I genuinely thought my hair looked better than that, but hey, okay. It's a messy day. It's a messy day indeed. How are we doing, everybody? Don't mind me, I just wolfed down a load of food. Apologies for the slight delay on me arriving. We slept in. I decided to sleep in. And then I was like, I need to go out and get some stuff. So I decided to go out at like 11 to go get some stuff. Came back, realized I needed to spend like an hour getting a load of stuff done, which meant obviously I was going to be late on, but it was necessary stuff. Ooh. You know when you got a burp coming on, so there's no point talking until it's over with. But yes, hello everybody. Hello Todd Wagner. Hello Cubely. Hello Ralze. Welcome. You said that you've not been here in a while. Always good to have you back. Hello Proudy. Hello Tony. Hello Joel. And hello Shadow Dragon, Space Dragon, sorry, of whom I know is here somewhere. Alright, Sharp Hack. Good to see you as well. You should wear a top hat. It's all the way up there though. It's all the way up there. That requires getting it down. I was defending the living room from Theo. Honestly, Theo was really strange because he's got like a routine where he basically decided, I'm not leaving the window. I'm going to continue to sit here and look out the window until father goes out shopping and then comes back with groceries. Otherwise, I'm not leaving. So even though the back door was open and the window was open, he didn't care. He didn't go out there until I went out and came back an hour later. Such a weirdo. Done about 55 hours in 5 days? Bro, that's gross. But that money sounds quite nice, to be fair. Whenever someone says I've done 1 million hours this week, I'm always just like, bro, that's rough, but at least you're at the other end of it, and that's a good chunk of change. At least you have a great Dave stream to relax. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I just looked into? Which I think is fantastic, right? I'll get back to your messages in a second. Streamlabs has its own built-in wheel spin. I'm going to skip that song, it's too loud. But Streamlabs has its own built-in wheel spin. And what that means is if you donate a YouTube membership or a Twitch sub, it will automatically spin the wheel on screen so I don't have to do a thing. And then it will come up with whatever I need to do. So we can now basically build the wheel into the stream overlay itself, rather than having to flick back and forth between windows to get to it. Same as the D6, we could also roll a dice using Streamlabs itself. So, I obviously can't do that right now because I'm live. We will do it for next stream. Does this stream still use last stream's rule set for the wheel? Yes. So whatever is currently on, no duplicate types, and Sir Benny is Soul Link to Cubely. That still happens. However, time to donate 50 subs and kill stream. Do it. It'll be funny. However, hold on to them for now, okay? Because what I want to do first is I want to locate some fun fusions for us to put together, because I've got no material to make shorts out of. I went through it all and decided that what we had wasn't good enough. I just decided it wasn't good enough. So, we're going to look for some more, okay? Remove the sub from a helpless random chap. No, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I just need to go to Hoenn quickly, because it's Hoenn that we specifically do this in. Also, by the way, Proudy, thank you so much for resubbing on Twitch, by the way. 9 months of consistent support, you absolute legend. Have I turned the music off in this game? Because that felt correct. Yeah, I have. Cool. Gonna get the gang to watch. You do whatever you feel is right. But thank you so much. I need to get the resets off screen. But yeah, I might as well do it on both. There we go. Right, so what fusions am I in the mood to do today? So I think what we need to do today is another Charizard-based one. Surely Charizard has got some mental fusions going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to box shorts, leave Charizard there, and we're going to find some cool stuff that we could potentially fuse with it. Obviously, Miltank needs to be involved. So there's Charizard. But basically, what we need to do is we need to find things. What do you think would get the most views? Basically, yeah. Miltank so far has got the most. Rayquaza's got a good number. Charizard's got a good number. Arceus, we haven't done Arceus properly yet. Mr. Mime flopped. Mr. Mime got nothing. There was like 600 views. Whereas freaking Miltank got 30,000, which is insane. So I think a lot of it just comes down to what are the most popular Pokemon. My very first idea is we're going to do Charizard, because people love Charizard. I have no fusion items. Are you telling me that I need to farm? Alright, 1 second. I didn't realize I had no items. Where is my Persian? Guys, scream when you see a Persian. There's 2 of them. One of them is freaking overpowered. The other one is really weak. I just need to figure out which one it is. Where is Persian? I don't plan to fuse Persian with anything, so this should be okay. That's a level 3 Sceptile. Cool. Gotta love it. Gotta love a level 3 Sceptile. No Persian detected just yet. I'm scanning. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. What on earth is that? Oh yeah, it's wheezing. I barely remember half of these Pokemon that we caught. People love going, haha, it turned into a Minecraft block, how quirky. So maybe the Porygon line could do something? Possibly. What's ended up happening is I've had a bunch of like Minecraft ones. That's a level 12 Persian, that's not the right one. But I've had a couple of memes like that appear, and they've just not been interesting enough to make into a short. Because we did a load. Joel went out of their way to make me a really good list. But the thing is what I've realised is people don't care too much about that. Like, we just didn't get many views on it. It was more that, and it was just really, really difficult to make anything out of it. Because there's no consistency in the theme. Like, yes, it's memes, but the memes can be so different. That's a random Geodude on his own. There's Berserk. Where is my Persian with all of my money? Bum, 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 bum. Relaxing music, yeah. Relaxing music. There it is, my level 85 Technician Persian. Mental creature. And it's got no health. It's clearly been used recently. You're on to Monica. Hello, Scott. Right, so... I'm wondering if I need to bother fusing it with anything. I don't think I do. I think I could just get away with using it. Please just have payday. Yes, you do. Good. Because the rest of the team should be able to destroy her anyway. Get out the way, you random man. Move. Move. Okay, just have a chat with May whilst I'm here, literally going to fight her. I'm going to beat her up. Obviously, we're nowhere near as tanky as we once were, because we're missing the Aggron side. But at least we have the speed advantage. We just keep hitting payday. You're right, TK. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, man. Hello, Echo Neuburn. Nice username. Hope you're doing good. Melowitz and Jigglypuff create Hatsune Miku. I'm sure they do. Alright, so you're dead now, which means I could just throw in Virgil and one-shot it. Boom. And that gives us 2,500 and an additional 10k on top. So basically, we just need to do this 4 times and we'll be sorted. Simple enough. Simple enough. Excited about the release in 2 hours? Is that rejuvenation? Okay, we've done so much damage to ourselves that we're going to get no money out of this. That's kind of comical. We're going to get no cash out of this. Who loans Screech at level 69? Okay, yeah, this is a problem. I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to rejuvenation. I hit Dragon Move, I'm a freaking idiot. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. Like, I just don't know. People are going to be like, you should play it, and I'm just sitting here like, we'll see. Alright, dude, you just got to hit Seed Bomb once. You're an absolute idiot. Now we have to pay her. I hate this freaking Blaziken. He's so stupid. Okay, let's try that again. Spamming May is fine, the devs should leave it be. Well, they've decided that they don't like it, which, if that's their prerogative, then fair enough. Like, it's their game, they can do what they want with it. Even if I don't necessarily agree with it, I like the fact that the game isn't finished yet. The ability to get easy money just feels like the right thing to do. I'm just spamming Payday freaking Persian. However, I have 2 versions of the game. Like, I have no problem letting people know this. I've got 2 versions of the game. I've got one version, which is the latest version, so that it's got all of the bells and whistles and latest features. And I've got this version, which has got all of my fusions on it, and has the money farm, so that I can just sit here and keep farming money as much as I want. Because frankly, I need this version to do what I want to do. Dude, you love Baja Blast. What's up with you? Brother loves a bit of Baja Blast. A little bit of Mountain Dew. Not a big fan of Rejuvenation. The thing I was excited about was the new champ in WOR that I already got myself. World of RuneScape. What's WOR? Why can't I figure out what that is? I'm an epic gamer. I should know what WOR is. World of Warships, but starts with the letter R. Watcher of Realms. Okay, I've never heard of that. Is that a mobile MOBA? I love getting to see Whale Cargo. Whale Cargo is a really cool design. I like Aura Puff as well. Aura Puff's just funny. Don't slap my cat. Can Bridge get Baja Blast? No, it's not over here. Baja Blast is not something that they sell over here. We have Taco Bell here, and it doesn't sell it. It just hurt itself because it felt like it. That shouldn't be an option. What about tower defense up? Well, TDRPG, so tower defense. That's funny. How much cash do I have? Almost 40k. We'll do one more. I'm hogging the Baja Blast. When I visited America, I never got a chance to have Baja Blast, but I did get Code Red and Voltage. I just got to try some of it. They were nice. They weren't incredible by any means. Blow it up. Do literally anything. Wow. May, you gifted me a terrible Pokemon. That did nothing. There we go. When I hit TD, the first thing I think of is Bloon's Tower Defense. I think of Warcraft 3 Elemental TD. Because that's like the first main tower defense I ever played. Right, so we have a load of cash now, right? Awesome. So, next thing, go in here, buy splicers, 145 of them. Hell yeah. Done. I'm farming too. I'm chopping down the largest tree I've ever seen in Minecraft. It's about 2 stacks of spruce wood. Hell yeah. You get that mod where if you clear out an entire row, the whole thing collapses. Alright, we can just continue now. We can continue. That's a Ludicolo. Where's my Charizard gone? Oh yeah, we have 2 shiny Pokemon in here, by the way. A shiny Breloom and shiny Giratina. Do you call it Giratina or Giratina? Oh my goodness. Hello, Dino. Welcome, welcome. Bloons was the first TD game I ever played. That just means I'm older than you. If I'm being real with you, I was going through a rut with Pokemon a couple of years ago and was looking for YouTube only to find Pokemon Infinite Fusion was actually a thing. It scratched that itch for me in a way that brought me back to the realm of loving Pokemon again. So thank goodness for Infinite Fusion, to be fair. Absolutely. I think Infinite Fusion has brought with it something fantastic. Okay, apparently I've registered to our website. I don't remember registering to. But yeah, no. All things considered, Infinite Fusion is one of the greatest freaking fan games you can play, just out of sheer content. Every single run will be different. We've done like 26 runs on a Nuzlocke, and we have yet to see the same Pokemon twice. Like, it's crazy. And even though I've got all of these Pokemon here, fusing Mr. Mime with everything in this box would take forever. It's so well done. It's so well put together. It's why I want to have a good relationship with the devs. It's like it's the it game when it comes to the Pokemon fan games, to put honestly. Yeah, and they've had their own little bits of controversy, which people have been annoyed at, but at the same time, like, I can forgive it now that they've gone back on those silly decisions. And, yeah, it's all the better for it. It's a difficult project, don't get me wrong, but that's why it's basically mostly volunteer-based. Right, let's get a Charizard going. Give me suggestions as to what we should fuse Charizard with, whilst I figure out Dark Flying. I'm here trying to figure out what the best fusions are going to be. And I could only think of Darkrai. Okay, why is its head so tiny? Why is its head so small? Bad dreams. Sure. Ironically, I actually can't use. I swear we've done this one before. Ironically, I actually can't use that, so I'm going to stop the recording quickly. I'm going to pause the music in the background. And on the Twitch side of things, can we just, for the next little bit, can we just not use the sound effects for a minute? Because using the sound effects means that it'll be picked up on the short, and I won't be able to edit them out. It basically means that whatever fusion is happening at that time is completely unusable. So that's all I'm going to say. I can't turn it off. Or at least, no, I probably could. No, I can turn it off. But then you would hate me for turning it off. Right, let's go Absol. Surely something cool happens here. Surely fusing Charizard with an Absol here will be absolutely epic. Awesome. I couldn't think of a word to use. It looks so happy for some reason. It's so happy to be edgy. I like how I've got a blazing modest freaking Charizard as well. That was the only one there. Also, I could give you a little bit of insight onto how I make these shorts. I fuse like 10 Pokemon together. And then afterwards, once I've fused those 10 Pokemon together, I cut it down to like 4 or 5, where we actually have good reactions. So even if I feel like I've not got a good reaction to something, then it'll be okay, because it just means that one won't make it, but something else will. Who else thinks that Tyranitar was based on Godzilla? There's a lot of people that think that, but now that we've got Baxcalibur, I wonder if it's true. That's a really, really cool color change. I actually think that's so cool. That's a really well done sprite. I think that's a brilliant sprite. Look at that. Flame armor. Where's its fire? It's got one like little blue fire. Somebody really wanted Mr. Mime and he's over here. Yo, someone in chat wanted this? You're allowed. It's okay. Here's my permission. You confuse Mr. Mime with Charizard. Oh my god, why is his nose so long? I don't like Charizard with gloves on. Dude looks weird. That's kind of cool. He's got like bunting in his wings and a little parachute on his tail. This one just looked creepy. Who allowed this? Alright, more Charizard. How about Charizard with God? I'm surprised that I've not gone out of my way yet to make a short based specifically on fusing everything with God. But Charizard's pretty godly already, and that is a nice suit of armor. I like that. It's a very neat golden trim. Bro has wings. Marks' wings. Yeah, that's a Kirby reference, isn't it? What else is there? Spiritomb. These are all fused. Onwards to this side of the box. Geodude. Growlithe. Arcanine would be interesting. Sharpedo. Okay, yeah. Never underestimate how cool Sharpedo fusions are, because at the end of the day, it's a sleek, shiny, and sharp shark. And there we go. That's creepy. Sharpazard. That's so creepy looking. I would hate to see that in the ocean. Now that's just a Charizard with arms. Oh, Flaming Tail, no Flaming Tail. Wow. Oh, it's Vinny again. It's freaking Vinny Ruby. Water Flying Charizard. We can't wait until I get to the point. Well, I can't wait till I get to the point in the Infinite Fusion Nuzlocke where I actually get to see these Pokemon at the end of the game. Do you have Noivern? Yes, I do. But let's do Dragonite first. I want to fuse Charizard with Dragonite because if you ask me, they're both the same Pokemon. Just one of them actually got to be a dragon, even though it looks like Barney the dinosaur. Now it's just goofy Charizard. Dude's got a funny little smirk. It's just goofy. Gosh! Okay, these are so much cooler. That's so much cooler. We happen to roll the goofy one. It's Vinny again. Alright, Vinny, you can have that one. Alright, let's hunt down Noivern. Surely it makes something cool. Where is my Noivern? No distractions. We're hunting down Noivern. There it is. There's so much going on there. There's so much. There's so much going on in the preview for this one. I really hope that it rolls to a good preview. Yeah, look at this. What is going on? It's because it's the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. That's such a good idea. I didn't think we were going to get a freaking reference. I love the fact that it's on fire. That looks derpy. That looks derpy. That looks pretty good. Of course, Hero does a good one. What is this monster? That's funny. I like that. Alright. Oh, do you know what I didn't do, guys? Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't hit start recording at any point. I didn't hit start recording at any point. Oops. Well, don't worry. I'm going to fuse Charizard with another Gen 1 favorite that doesn't get enough love. That's a snake with wings. That's literally a snake with wings. That's really cool. Watch me accidentally just not hit the correct button. Oh, that's so weird looking. I like it with wings. What's the difference? Oh, it's one's Arbok's face, the other one's Charizard's face. Oh, I see. Hang on, what about for alligator? It's okay, guys. That was just what's the word? What's the word? That was practice. That was practice. That was getting us into the rhythm of the rhyme. Yo, Feraligatr recently got a dragon form. So what's that? What happens if we fuse it with a Charizard? A real dragon this time? Again, it looks so derpy. Why is Charizard so easy to make look derpy? It's funny when it gets thicker arms. See, this is cool. And then we ended up with a derpy one. Of course, Hero has all of the best drawings. I swear. We do have a literal dinosaur. We do indeed. I'm going to keep fusing Pokemon with Tyrantrum until we eventually just get the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. It's weird. It doesn't look sharp enough. See, there we go. Look, Vinny and Hero both doing freaking sprite work here. And honestly, whoever the hell Hero Drawing is, they do exceptional sprite work, and I hope they continue submitting sprites to this game, because damn. That doesn't look very good. Right, what else do we get? Blaziken, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. We gotta fuse everyone's favourite fire chicken with their favourite fire absolutely totally a dragon. And we get spicy chicken wings, I suppose. That's alright. It looks like he's wearing trousers. That's weird. That's mental. I like that one a bit more, actually. Fuse it with Jinx. We fused it with Garchomp at any point. We have not. It's just a problem with what the sprite does with Charizard's large egg belly. It's just the way the dragons are. A lot of dragons do have that bit of tubby. But speaking of dragons, Garchomp, one of the coolest dragons ever made. Fuse it with Charizard. Maybe we can get Charizard up there somewhere. Why does it look so inflated? The wings on its back and the blades on its arms look really weird. This is the roundest Pokemon I've seen in a while. Interesting. So that's what I was looking for. That's Gigantamax, but that's the kind of thing I was looking for. Having it set to randomly decide can sometimes throw us for a loop. How about Flaming Pikachu? It's mental. Yo, guys, there are leaks for freaking Pokemon Winds and Waves where apparently Pikachu is getting a new evolution path. And I found it. Here it is. Pikachu's going to evolve into Charchu. That looks so strange. Oh my god, look at that. I have that. I have that. Right there. I have that exact plushie. What? Yo. I never thought that this would be referenced in anything ever. That's a mental looking Pikachu. Dude's the wrong shade of yellow. You just moved Pikachu here, didn't you? So Charizard is in box 1. Charchu sounds wrong? Yeah, I know, right? Monkey. Talonflame? Oh, we did that before, didn't we? That's going in for short. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What Pokemon do you fuse with Charizard to make it look super buff? How do you make it look like an ultimate heavyweight? Yo, that is Battle Charizard. This is what would happen if Charizard was in Digimon. I'm telling you that now. Charmo. Dude looks cool. Heavily armored Charizard. Gotta love it. I like that one. That was pretty good. Typhlosion? I never understood the hype surrounding Typhlosion. To me, he looked really plain, and I thought Charizard just looked better anyway. But let's see what happens here. Dude's just got a new coat of paint, and I could imagine that being like paper wings on his back. He's trying his best to look like a better Pokemon. Dude's cosplaying. See, that's interesting. Why? Typhlosion always looks so naked to me. That's my problem with Typhlosion. It looks naked. There's not enough going on in its design. Whoa. I don't think anyone's ever really considered fusing Pokemon with Castform. So this is Sunlight Castform fused with a Charizard. That is really cool. That's really cool. Like cloudy, flaming, sunny Charizard. I love it. What's the point of giving it forecast? The flame weather Pokemon. Sunny boy. Yeah, exactly. Sunny universe. Alright, we gotta ruin Charizard a little bit. Let's fuse it with the big rock snake. We gotta ruin it. Look, I'm sorry. I ruined your Pokemon fusions. Alright, I said ruin. That actually looks really good. I kinda like it. It's not that bad. Forecast means it will change forms and you get to see more sprites. That's neat. Also, hello, Tiger. Welcome. Charizard and Charizard. We already know what that makes. We already know what that makes. As much as I would like to do it again, we know what it makes. What am I looking at? Whenever I do these fusions with Lopunny and Gardevoir, I never use the Pokemon's base body. I always just make Gardevoir cosplay. See? It's the fire waifu. You didn't need to see the other way around where Charizard was green. This is good enough. What the hell? I feel like I've seen her in this pose. Icy Shrooms has been reusing their base model. I've seen this pose on an ice Pokemon before. Huh. It's a good pose. It's a really good sprite. Interesting to see when it's been used multiple times, though. Alright, let's do one more so that I've got everything that I need. One more. Hydreigon? True Hydra Dragon? What is this? Does anyone even remember Hydreigon? Like, he just gets overshadowed, I swear, by whatever paradox or super form comes out. Yo, that is wild looking. I fused it with a Charizard and it just became King Ghidorah. Of course, it's Hero again. There we go. Yo, Tiger, if you ever run to Hero Drawing, please let them know that they are one of my favorite sprite artists. I love their work in this game. You know you've got a good sprite coming when Hero Drawing's name pops up. You said Shuckle because it's one of the ones you did. Let's have a look. I do have Shuckle somewhere. I just don't remember where he ended up. There he is. You say you did one of these. Is it this way round? Another request from chat. We're going to fuse Charizard to Shuckle and make this tiny little monstrosity. I hate the fact that each one of its hands has got claws. And its head is still so big. So it's not that one. Which one was yours? There it is. I like the color. That one's interesting. I like the color around that one. People just want to make, like, funny long heads and stuff, don't they? Right, so we're done with Charizard. Let's unfuse that. Do we need to do more Miltanks? Guys, do we need to see more Miltank fusions? Do we need to see more? Miltank Snorlax is what I'm going to do. Where is Miltank? Where did he go? Where did he go? That's a completely different Pokemon, Dave. Where did my cow go? There he is. No, please God, no. You love the Miltank fusions. Don't tell me you don't love them. Someone said Snorlax, so I'm going to hunt down Snorlax quickly. Where is Snorlax? Where are you? There's a Blastoise. We've done him before. You can't hide from me forever, Snorlax. You can't do it. There you are. What is that? We're going to be fusing Miltank to more of your favourite Pokemon. Someone suggested to not do Snorlax, which means, of course, I've absolutely done it. That is mental. What is happening? Is that just a man climbing up the side of Snorlax to get to his farm? That's just a farm. Oh, and then, of course, I had to add the Milky River. Thank you, Mystoria, for that one. Gigantamax Snorlax. Very good. Did we ever fuse two Miltanks together? We didn't. I am an absolute genius. I never thought to fuse Miltank with Miltank. Oh, no. Oh, it's Mega Miltank. It actually didn't change that much. However, we know that there's something else to be seen. What am I looking at? That's Mega Miltank. Why did you swap the others around so his face is on the bottom? Now he's got too many nipples. And that's just Miltank. That's a cool design for Mega Miltank, and that's a cow. Is that from Barnyard? Was Arceus done yet? I'm not sure. Possibly. No, we did. Yeah, we did it ages ago, actually. It just didn't make for a good short. I need ideas that will make for a good short. Snap my neck. Come on. Do we do Machamp? Oh, this looks problematic. This one genuinely looks problematic. What do I do with a four-armed Miltank? We run away, that's what we do. Jesus, what? He's got like the Tom and Jerry smile. I don't like this. Here, have a glass of milk. Yo, he's got a milk satchel. Of course, we got the one with the nipples. I keep calling them nipples. They're udders, aren't they? But when you separate them enough, I swear they just become nipples. That's my viewpoint, at least. Muck. We haven't actually had any Muck suggestions. Let's be real, Muck makes some of the slimiest and grossest Pokemon. That's just a jar of milk with Muck in it. Dude became a jar. Ugh. Moldy. Is that the Great Mighty Pooh again? No, that's not. That's something else. It's got a gun. That's why it's something else. It's a sheriff. I know what that is, and I can't think of it. Always have to retain the others. Always have to retain the others. Can we make it rain? Hang on. Yeah, we did Pikachu. Okay. Pizza Tower. Right, I remember. I played that game like 3 years ago or whenever it came out. That's why I don't remember it all the time. Should I be worried fusing Miltank with something with this many tentacles? I have a feeling I should really be scared about what's coming out. Oh, even it's afraid. Look at those eyes. It's never slept. It's never slept because of how much milk it's launching. Why is it coloured that way? Oh, freaking strange. That was a really good one to turn into, actually. Have you done Lickitung? Yes, I think we have. Of course that moved Tentacle over instead of Miltank. Now I don't know where Miltank is. We've done Scovillain. Mimikyu. Mimikyu makes just for a good short on its own. I just think we didn't get any good ones. Did we do Jinx? Yes, we did. We did Lopunny, right? Yeah. Stunfisk makes pizza and beef. Tauros was okay. It just makes a cow. Milky Crawdaunt. That makes Minecraft. Garchomp was another weird one. Vaporeon? That was another weird one. That's fine. We've done a lot of those, actually. I'm baffled that we never shot... Wow, English. I'm baffled that we never fused Miltank with Shockle. That looks so gross and depressing. Oh, that's just disgusting. That's just disgusting. Why does it have a little head that looks so deflated? I'm not a fan of how much ooze it's leaving behind. Not a fan. What is this? Steelix, perhaps. Oh yeah, no, you're made of milk. Did we do Rayquaza? Yes, we did. Groudon, Lugia. Everything becomes milk-oriented. That's just an ice cream. What is this pose? I don't know why I've got like the chibi Palkia sprite active at the moment, but don't worry, we'll fix that another time. For now, I need to see what happens if we give Palkia milk. Who went hard with this one? Someone sat down and was like, I'm gonna make this a masterpiece. Milkia. Who gave it that pose? That's wild. Wait, surely Genesect? Surely Genesect. Surely fusing Miltank with Genesect just creates like a gun of milk. Like a water pistol, but it shoots milk instead. What am I looking at? That's like a flesh amalgamation with metal shooting milk. I'm so confused. No, there's a cow hanging off the front of it. That's what's happening. That is not pleasant to look at. Alright, one more. Udacolo. Maybe not. It's got to stand out. I need it to stand out. Sunflora? That looks like... I don't know what I'm looking at there. It's a sentient milking station, exactly. That's a new addition to Warhammer. I'll let my friends know, they love Warhammer. We do Metagross? Yeah, Metagross was the one that was shooting every cannon. Don't milk the spider, we don't want that. Machoke. We've done that one. Hitmonchan? No, that's two Hitmonchans, they make Saitama. Octillery. Sharpedo. Yamask? Interesting. Nothing stands out just yet. I need something that stands out and makes me go, huh. Victory Bell? Oh yeah, we've done that one. Magby... Chansey? Garbodor. What happens if you throw all your milk in the trash and the trash becomes sentient? That's what we're going to discover today. We just removed all of the trash and just replaced it with gone-off milk. That is disgusting, but at least he looks like he's having a good time, I guess. It's become cheese at this point, exactly. Ugh. Why did you change the colours like that? That is fierce. What I don't like about this one is that pink insinuates flesh. And this one is just a moldy chicken nugget of some description. I want you to know I dislike everything I'm seeing. Don't worry, because it will appear on my shorts later on. Alright, who else is worth fusing for a short? Do we do Mewtwo? Deoxys is a kind of cool ones. I kind of want to do Mewtwo, but I feel like maybe Deoxys is a good one as well. I feel like we've fused Deoxys with a bunch of things already. This is just going to be Rule of Cool again, isn't it? What is that? I didn't even hit start. Watch me not record on accident. Yo, we're going for the Rule of Cool today. What Deoxys fusions have we got in store? That is mental. Hang on a minute. That's a Persona reference. Hold on a second. That's freaking Izanagi, isn't it? If there's a red one in here? No. But that's Izanagi, 100%. Persona! I know my Persona 4s. That's funny. Palkia, perhaps? What's going on here? Hang on. Why do I feel like there's an Undertale reference here? No matter what we fuse with Deoxys, it's going to be space-related, like DNA-related, one way or the other. What is this? That's cool, though. They all want to throw black holes, I'm noticing. Thank you, the Pringle Man. It's the ultimate version of Izanagi. I see. I thought this was going to be that one dancing DJ. Do you know what I mean? From, Undertale. Find the Undertale reference. That's basically what I thought we were seeing here. The silhouette looked like that one robot that turns into the dancing superstar. I know my Undertale. Somewhat. Mudkip request? You want me to fuse it with Mudkip? I mean, if we see Mudkip, then perhaps. Perhaps. Cypher? Charizard? Oh yeah, you fuse it with itself, and you just get all of these different Deoxys forms. It's really cool. Kabuto. What is this? There's got to be a Xenomorph in here somewhere. Somehow I need to fuse something with Kabutops to make like an alien. That's basically what we get. That is a lot of horrible scythes. Kabuxix. Ugh. There's weird amounts of body horror when it comes to this freaking Pokemon, I swear. Deoxys is just a massive fan of body horror. Make it a giant nose. Or maybe not. Magikarp? Excuse me. One thing I'm noticing with Deoxys is we're getting a lot of body horror, which is really weird to say about Pokemon, let's be real. That's not a Magikarp. What am I looking at? I have no idea what that is, but apparently a Magikarp made it. Buh. See, that's more like it. That, I've got no clue. Did you get to the Deoxys bit in Insurgents? Yeah, where he fuses with a dude. And it's really weird. Hang on a minute. What about Blaziken? Eh. They end up just looking too similar. Golurk is a really cool Pokemon, isn't it? Any Golurk fans in chat? Don't you love a little bit of Golurk? What happens if you fuse it with Defense Form Deoxys? That is a Final Fantasy boss. It isn't actually, but it genuinely looks like it could be. The DNA automaton, presiding over all that lives. Deoxys and Jinx. I'm not convinced. Maybe it will create something worth looking at. That's so mean. I'm sorry, Jinx. I didn't mean it. You are purple, though. The only things I've got to say about Jinx, the only things I ever have to say about Jinx are just mean, and I should stop talking. I don't know what to think about that, actually. Guys, is that an improvement? Let me know in chat. That's extremely long hair. That's a reference to something, isn't it? She's a diva. Why stilettos? It's weird. It's like Iron Man. Not Iron Man. What's the other one? Iron Heart? It reminds me of that. Sort of. Yeah, the colours. It's someone's wife. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. Fuse it with a Sunkern. What is this? Sunkern hates the fact that it is the worst Pokemon in history. So we're going to do something about it. We're going to fuse it to the DNA Pokemon and actually give it purpose. That is really weird looking. Psychic Grass. More like Psychic Ass. Where did Deoxys go? Sunkern went in this box. Deoxys is over here. Come on, go down. There we go. I do have a Groudon. Someone did suggest Groudon. I can never remember where he is, though. There he is. I still subscribe to the notion that Groudon is a really weirdly shaped Pokemon that is not on all fours enough to warrant its weird shape. That's just a cool recolor. That's just a cool redesign of Groudon. Dude doesn't have pupils, though. I never caught Kyogre. I realise that now. I never caught Kyogre. How about Giratina? What if we turn Deoxys into the antimatter distortion demon DNA Pokemon? I mean, it's a cool colour spread, to be fair. I do like the colours. That one's going to end the universe. Part of me wondered if we were going to get something like Omnicron. Oh, but that's cooler. I feel like this could have been a Dragon Ball reference. Spooky. It's a Jirachi movie reference. Ooh. Oh, Virus Groudon is Groudon times Groudon. Okay. I don't watch the movies. Nobody watched the movies. Yo, who out there actually watches the Pokemon movies, though? I've only seen the first 3. I saw the 4th one. I gave up at that point. That is an edgy Gallade, and I like that. Deolade. That is very cool. The Blade DNA Pokemon. I swear Gallade on its own never looks cool enough. Like, it's okay, but it just feels like it's missing something. And then the moment you fuse another Pokemon to it, it becomes so much cooler. No more waifu movement. I don't even know if I've fused this with many of the waifus. Have I done Deoxys Gardevoir? Apparently I haven't. You can't tell me not to fuse Pokemon with waifus. It's gonna happen. Every single short needs to have either Gardevoir or Lopunny in it. Because you just get stuff like this. It's where people put all of their effort in, I swear. The waifus is when you get people genuinely drawing properly. Oh, there's Miku. There's Miku. I just found Miku. And that's fine. Of course it just becomes a singer. Of course that's what happens. That's just the planet behind it. Okay. You know, I'm so tempted to go back. What time is it? Okay. I feel like we've done this for an hour, so that should be good enough for me to get a couple of shorts out of. However, what I will say is I feel like we need to make it so that we have easier access to legendaries in our randomizer runs, because I just think it'd be funnier. You know, don't you think it would be funnier if we had more access to the legendaries? I'm also so warm right now. Like, it's actually crazy. I've got a really weird headache, and I feel like it's starting there. Oh, come on. If Mewtwo is estrogen, what Pokemon's testosterone? Buzzwole. Absolutely. 100%. Groudon lives underneath the floor. Groudon's all about organic foods. Last time we got a god, it was Impossible Run, remember? I don't think it was impossible. I think I just completely misjudged it. Right, let's get that music back on. And let's go back to Infinite Fusion 1. Thank you very much for watching our segment specifically on fusing Infinite Fusion 2 Pokemon together. Jirachi had a movie with Groudon. I just never bothered. Estrogen is Sylveon. I don't pay attention to these things. I really don't. There we go. Alright. Guys, we're back. We're continuing with Nuzlocke, okay? Let's go. We're doing more. How far along even are we? I don't remember. New sprite pack. There's always a new sprite pack. It updates like every day, I swear. Oh, that's laggy. Why is that so laggy? Oh, no, it's my PC. There we go. That was weird. Alright, well, because that's happened, let me quickly load up some software. I have software to track my PC if it ever crashes. I don't remember what it was called. I genuinely don't remember what it was called. No, not settings. Open the folder windows. Thank you. Oh god, where's Fry when you need him? He remembers the name of it, I don't. Ah, there we go. There's something called H-Win. I believe that's what it was. Yep. Tracks all of your computer's devices and then saves it if it ever crashes. Okay, cool. I'll leave that in the background. Okay, not sure what I did there, but it's fine. We'll leave that in the background. Alright, cool. I just don't want my computer to explode on me again, because it does that. My computer has a habit of exploding. I do not know who Conquest from Title Card is. What's Title Card? This is some lovely, like, happy music. Okay, so... Oh my god. This feels... I remember this run now, but it feels so rubbish. Like, we've had so many better starts. How is our run this weirdly built? I'm sure as I put it together... Invincible. Oh, no. Okay, I know who Conquest is then. I've never bothered watching it, I just wasn't interested. Sir Benny... Good to know that some Pokemon are just bad compared to others. Like, Sir Benny is strictly tankier than Space Dragon. Just strictly. And does 1 point less damage. Fluffy is a bit whatever at the moment. And of course, Duck is a bit useless, but we'll find a way. Did you get Intimidate? Yes, you did. Okay, we at least have an Intimidate on a level 2 Pokemon. Press F. I did it. I pressed F. There's some Pokemon in the PC. We need to reassess where we got to. Well, that Feebas is illegal. Oh yeah, there's Cubely and the Sam says. So, again, I just don't think they're very good. Feebas Corphish. Remoraid Diglett. We need to get further into the game before we finally get some decent Pokemon. And what are the current resets? So, no duplicate types, and we have a Soul Link on Sir Benny and Cubely. Ground Flying, Water Grass, Steel Normal, Poison Rock, Psychic Electric. So no duplicate types, we're doing good. Space and I with a Damage Core? Yeah. Did anyone get Rock Smash in the end? Have I not done that yet? Yeah, okay, we haven't got Rock Smash. We need to go in here and get this. So, we do have a Pokemon from here, that much I remember. Who has a fighting move on them? Someone knows Double Kick. Who learnt that? It was you, wasn't it? Oh, the Iron Barbs might be an issue. Okay, never mind. Never mind, the rollout is kind of funny. Dark Learn Bite? With a mouth that long? Ow, my feet that I absolutely have. You have feet? They're just tucked away and hidden because you're a fish. A Water Stone and a double X attack. Water Stone could be big. It could be really big. That's a bag on. We are still half its level. Headbutt. Headbutt. It's pissed. Doc is now level 7? Cool. Brock, there were people in there talking. They're always in there talking. They need to stop doing that. Rock Smash can be learnt by a few people. I'm going to give it a Dark. Over Rage. Not that I ever expect him to use it in combat, but it's nice to have. What game is this? Hello, Carl. This is Infinite Fusion 1. Because Infinite Fusion 2 isn't finished yet. A Tyrant Mask? Well, that's freaking rare. Okay, this actually helps. Interesting. Okay, this thing's doing too much damage. I might have to growth to stop myself from taking too much damage. One more. Ow. Never mind. Okay, all of that was worthless. Those embers ended up meaning something. Those embers ended up meaning something. Kick it twice with your tiny feet. Do it again. Excellent. Massive fan of your tiny feet. TM Overheat. Overheat. Really? No one can learn it. Wow, we got a great move and we can't learn it. Small child detected. I'm gonna go Alpha Bravo and hope and pray this thing doesn't use double kick. Okay, well if it did use double kick, we would have died. Hard stone. An encounter. Oh yeah, Tropius was the encounter. I remember now. Are we flying dark? I think that's what we are. Ooh, how sweet and delicious. Never mind, I thought you were the one with a rock move, but you're not. I could have sworn that you were the one with the rock move, but you're just not. There we go. Alright, let's go back and heal. We've taken unnecessary damage. How about Sir Benny, actually? You could blow this up, right? Psywave, do damage. Okay, do actual damage this time. That's less than actual damage. Thank you. Wonder what's over here. We'll be fine for a little bit longer, as long as that thing doesn't know Dragon Rage. In fact, I might run purely because it might know it. Miracle Seed. I'm just worried that every dragon knows Dragon Rage. I'm just concerned because Dragon Rage will, at this moment in the game, will end us. As soon as we're past 40 health, we don't need to worry about anything like that again for a while. Incapable of using the same move twice. I see. Splash Plate. Diglett. Razor Leaf. It's dead. Alright, Doc is now usable. Doc is a usable mom. Are we flying Dark? Is that the ground flying? Huh. What typing? Okay. That's okay, but we leave. Excellent. Swapping into Sir Benny to get that static proc is quite nice. I need tree orbs. What do you mean tree orbs? Ooh, that was scary and dangerous, but I did it anyway because I believed in Doc when no one else did. Hi, I'm new to the channel. Shiny, you've been here before. Shiny, I recognize you. Also, we can open the bushes, can't we? Spooky Plate. Metal Powder. Okay. Don't kill the banana man, we need Duck's banana beard. I've read that as bread, because I do like me some banana bread. A freaking CeeLo. Well, isn't that an issue that I suddenly can't deal with? Wait, isn't this thing weak to rocks? It is as well. What a weird water Pokemon. I definitely didn't change my user and profile picture to revisit you. What do you know? What? Flying Dark and I'm flying great. Okay, Rock Smash it. It won't do much, but it's something. Wow, none of this is good damage. Stop howling and kill me. Don't try to hit me and hit me. I got rid of my flying move because I was hoping for a physical one. Stomp it. It's a bug. All bugs should be weak to the move Stomp. Alright, Team Rocket member, fight me. I'm a child. I'm a blonde child with a dinosaur for a head. Psychic Fairy. We're ground flying, so it doesn't really matter. We got smooched. Can't encore something I didn't do. Excellent. You could learn Sand Tune. That's better than Stomp. The blonde is a good luck charm. It was meant to be, yeah. Okay, we're leaving. That thing knows counter. This nightmare creature knows counter. Rat Rogue. This is definitely a Team Rocket member. Ow. What did it do back to me? Oh, it used Copycat, didn't it? What an arse. Bite, very fine, very simple headbutt. There we go. I shouldn't be throwing out steel normal types into fighting Pokemon. Dave, you're a Scaly. What you on about? I've not given any information regarding my preferences. Reaper Cloth. Okay, well, we can get Dust Noir if we want it. Our team's freaking levels are so all over the place. That's a Bulbasaur that I can't hit. Leave. Can I flee? Yes. I just can't have duplicate types on the team. No one knows what Sylveon's on about ever. Yep. 100%. We'll never truly know. Maybe one day we will gain the insight needed, but I don't think we ever will. I think it's wishful thinking. The Bulba was adorable. Yeah, the base sprites of the Pokemon have also been completely, like, redone, so they're very good. Obviously, the base game sprites are also in the game. You can use them too. But I like just having it randomized. Toto Yena. Mega Drain. It's like Absorb, but better. Surfing music. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a grass type. No, not grass. That's the other one. The one that's a problem. The one that's an issue for me. Man, I did nothing. Noting that Fluffy Cthulhu doesn't really have any moves. You sort of just got what you had when you were born. And didn't even level up there. That's cruel. What we're doing, this is a Pokemon Infinite Fusion 1 Nuzlocke, where whenever we get memberships or Twitch subs, we spin a wheel to make the game harder. And the less people do it, the further into the game we get. You can normally tell when I'm having a good run, because people aren't donating. The moment people start is usually when the run becomes infinitely harder. Right, so we've done that one. We'll fight this girl. That's not a Bayleaf at all. Take jinxed it? Oh, we'll see, we'll see. No one can truly know what's happening. Can you just land a hit? That would be awesome. There we go. Well done, Space Dragon. You landed a hit. You're learning Water Gun. Bubble is superior. I'm addicted to candies. You love your rare candies. Your level is exceeding. Let's get Cthulhu some levels. Why not? It's Bailey from Temu. The one thing that I think we're struggling with is if I keep giving all of my Pokemon levels, then that means when we get to a gym leader, we don't have any specific 1, 2, or 3 Pokemon that are potently, like, ready for the fights. And that could be an issue. I didn't mean to hit that. I didn't even check to see what you are. You are normal psychic. Oh, now I'm in love? Oh, piss. Then I shall swap to a steel type. And I'll headbutt it dead. Headbutt it to death. Never mind, we're in love again. No, we're not. Shroomini. That's your name. Okay, that leaf seed is really gross. So I'm just going to headbutt you and hope that we get a flinch. I'm going to headbutt you. I'm going to headbutt you. Being in love also pisses me off. There we go. I was about to say, could this thing just go down? Exegutwig. What a name. Uproar. Oh no. Dude, you gotta flinch. One day you gotta flinch. That's a different move entirely. Okay. Right, this is the perfect time to start splashing out my many, many hyper potions on the whole team. And now we're ready to continue. Exegutwig is kind of great. Yeah, but look, it's Slugdial. These are your new starters. Exegutwig, Slugdial. Slugdial's really annoying, actually. Because it's not weak. It's weak to rocks, right? But I don't have that right now. And now I'm asleep. Now I'm asleep. Who's yawning here? I don't get it. Who's yawning right now? Stop it. That's so much damage. You need to be winning this. There we go. Damn. And there we go. Alpha Bravo dropped a membership, so we get to spin the wheel of pain and power. There's no pleasure in this wheel. This wheel is nothing but pain. Spin! Thank you so much for the gifted membership. The next Pokemon that dies revives the first Pokemon in the dead box. This is one of the ways that you can get a Pokemon revived, but you have to get a Pokemon killed first. Parasitic Rebirth. I used to type that so badly. Parasite is currently active. There we go. So it basically means whatever Pokemon dies next is going to revive whatever's in slot 1, of which I might go back and decide who that is quickly. It's Intervention of Darkrai, but better? Yeah, but we don't really get to choose. Like, we get to choose who comes back, but unless we actively get a Pokemon killed, we don't really get to choose who dies. I sent out the wrong Pokemon. Here we go. I guess in a way, it is just better, yeah. Maybe I have to double check the Darkrai one. Maybe we just double check the Darkrai one, because then that means... Ooh, we can just double kick here and hopefully that gets a kill. Oh no, the Iron Barb's just... Okay, alright, you know what? That was my bad. You lived somehow. Somehow you survived? That is hilarious. Okay, cool. That was close. I'm not deliberately trying to get anyone killed there. That was just close. Right, onwards. Oh, that's a good swap. That was a great swap, because now we can just start blasting. Fluffy loving that 2 HP. I got a shiny Groudon. Yes, I did see what you did there. I need a better move in Psywave. I hate how unreliable this thing is. Could you learn Confusion finally? That would be epic if you could. Right, so whoever dies next is going to revive... No one. It doesn't revive anybody. It actually just doesn't do anything. Interesting. Okay, hang on. Right. I thought someone was dead. Whoever dies will be slot 1 in the dead box? That's not how it's meant to work. It's meant to be like a trade over, you know? So yeah, probably respin that. One thing which I do want to check though is where is... Hang on, I'm just going to bring this up again. Where is the one of Darkrai? Blah, 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 blah. You must swap any party Pokemon with a dead one. So you just get to automatically choose. Okay, I've got a new way to do Darkrai. Oh wait, what? Whoa, that changed a lot. Why did that do that? Why did that start typing in the wrong place? There we go. Intervention of Darkrai. Instead, will now be swap the dead and legal box's contents. So all of the illegal Pokemon are now dead, and all the dead Pokemon are strictly illegal. And we'll see if we can make something funny happen with that. Alright, let's do an actual wheel spin. Unfuse 2's... We got DNA mix-up. Unfuse 2 Pokemon. And refuse them together. That could be useful, because now we can move Intimidate. Technically, no matter how you looked at it, we were going to have a nice day anyway. Don't forget dupes types is on. That is true. I haven't been running any dupes anyway. Who do I want to change? Steel normal. Maybe I want to get rid of the steel normal and apply something that's not quad weak to fighting. That feels too common. Yeah, we need to keep that in mind for the DNA mix-up. You are right. I think ground flying is a really interesting type. I don't think this needs changing. And I think Sir Benny is fine. I'm more concerned there. Because I'm not a fan of the steel ground with Intimidate. Yeah, but then it's still weak to ground. Adding ground typing to a steel Pokemon doesn't help. In fact, I think that makes it worse. Because you've just introduced a bunch of weaknesses that steel wouldn't normally have. Alva's been the tank. He has, and I think the normal typing is what's holding him back. My name stays with a Relicanth. Yeah, that's fair. I'm half tempted to make you steal poison. But then you're quad weak to ground. Still flying isn't bad, but then you introduce a new weakness, which is electric. Interesting. Interesting things to consider. Oh, we have Poison Heal here. The good old quad ground weakness never killed anyone. I know, right? It's surely not. Roll a d6? No, I want to make the decision. Maybe we do this. Hang on. Maybe we unfuse these two, give ourselves a steel water type, which is a good type matchup. But then that leaves us with normal grass. Do I like that? It's a really derpy Pokemon, you are right. Maybe Cthulhu is the one we need to swap off. It's just hard to say. Obviously, we can't do anything with these guys. You're going to evolve into a Water Dark type, no matter what we do. Poison Heal on the Slacking? Do you think so? I don't think that's very useful. I think we can do more with it. But again, Relicamp's Water. Yeah, in theory you would. Which I don't want. I actually think DNA mix-up is really annoying at this point. I think that hurts us a lot. Because I don't really want to change anybody. Do you know what? I'm going to be a little sly here. I'm not going to do it to anyone on the team. I actually think the team's typings are pretty good at the moment. What I'm going to do it to is I'm going to do it to these two. And I'm going to do this. Because that, funnily enough, will give Crawdaunt the speed that it needs to actually be a good Pokemon. Because Crawdaunt is slow, and there's no way we're Trick Rimming. And then we just fuse the fishes together. But these guys had names, didn't they? Shit, what were they? Guys, go back. What were their names? I'm really bad at remembering the names. Hustle is still funny. One was Sam. Was it one Cubely? Yeah, it was Sam and Cubely, wasn't it? I've now just improved these Pokemon. Yeah, it was that. You guys remember the names, I always forget it. We still can't use these Pokemon, which is fine. But we actually now have custom sprites, and we have Pokemon that are going to be a bit more effective, because this guy is a physical attacker, but giving him... Well, no, we didn't give him Diglett's body. Diglett's body would have given it the speed. Ah, whatever, it's fine. We'll make do. But there we go. That was a DNA mix-up that I think in the long run will help, but in the short term really doesn't mean anything. And that's okay. Spooky plate. Spooky plate. Why are they in there? I just felt with the current problem with the duplicate types, that's actually a bit scary. Heart scale. There was just no point, basically, is what I'm saying. Our current team has got the power that it needs. Oh, you're more than welcome to make me blast. Make me blast. I'll enjoy it. Oh, like, we are not doing any damage to this guy. Never mind, that was resisted, but did so much. Never mind, Benny, I never doubted you. I just need you to do more damage, please. Please do more damage, please. Go, fight me. E-poke? Uh-oh, not baby doll eyes. Uh-oh, not more baby doll eyes. Blammo, excellent. Psybeam, finally. Finally, we get a reliable psychic move. Finally. And don't worry, I literally read that to the 1 HP. We should have taken more damage there. Off to work, I'll be listening in. That sounds like a threat. But also, have a wonderful day at work. Thank you so much for being here, Alpha Bravo, as always. Matret. I will do better because I'm hitting you with psychic damage. Clefolu. Don't you dare hit counter. In fact, it won't do anything, now that I think about it. Confusion and Charm is so rude. How could you do that to me? We're getting an evolution, finally. Wait, can we evolve? I stopped it regardless, out of sheer fear. That's fine, because we can always go back. We can evolve. It was the no duplicate types that threw me off there. Yay! Now we've got so many psychic pearls attached to what looks to be a weird pig sheep. Weird looking pig sheep. Which also means we actually have stats now. This is going to be our Misty Killer. Isn't this a song from Colosseum? I found an assault vest. We're allowed held items. Raises a special defense but prevents use of status moves. I mean, we'll see about that. That's probably going to be useful, but as of right now, Charchu is a tiny friend. I am Psychic Electric, so I'm not that worried. Damn, the damage is ridiculous. Cupa! Is there a Psychic Electric Pokemon normally? Ah yes, my favorite pig sheep. Charmander. Would have been nice ages ago. Ally Switch, sure. I can't think of any electric... Alolan Raichu. Oh, yeah, of course. You don't want to know charge, it's a crap move. Is it only a Alolan Raichu? That might be what I'm missing. Is I feel like there's more than one, but I don't think there is. Jeez, we're doing so much damage. I think we need to swap off. Someone else needs to go up front and do some damage. Mind the level cap, by the way, be careful. What is the level cap? It's 20-something. Wow, that's a cool looking Pokemon. Water gun. It shouldn't know Vacuum Wave yet. There we go. Poison Sting, huh? That's the move you want to learn. Gibble! What? I've learned... Oh! Oh, this one knows Dragon Rage, does it? I really hope it doesn't use it again. It didn't flinch, that's what I was aiming for. Okay. There we go. Someone was gonna die there. Honestly, I don't think we had a choice. Of course you have static, why wouldn't you? Okay, we have no attack stat. Blast it. There we go. The run is not over. It's not over. The second I saw that it was Dragon Rage, I kind of like prepared myself. I thought, okay, let's swap to a Pokemon that can potentially flinch it. How did only one die? Because I played around. I played around it. I knew what to do. No poison point. Fluffy, just keep kicking it with your funny legs that you don't have. There we go. Yeah, no, I just played around it. I actually got through that Dragon Rage really well. I'm quite proud of myself for getting through Dragon Rage that well, because my Pokemon are strong enough to take it. Weirdly enough, this is not the Lucky Egg run. The Lucky Egg run, we should have had more Pokemon with higher levels. So we're doing okay so far. There's just a reason why you never run into these Pokemon early. You never run into things like Gibble early. Question. Guys, question. Can someone go look up Pokemon Unbound's Gibble and tell me, does that thing learn Dragon Rage at level like 15 or something? Very, very specific request, I know. You're right, Divine. Welcome, welcome. But in Pokemon Unbound, your starters are Beldum, Gibble, and Tyranitar. Does the Gibble learn Dragon Rage? They forgot its potions? No, I'm fine. It's okay. I know they're there. I know it's a random tangent, but the thing is if you've been on this channel long enough, you'll know that that is a game I've never successfully managed to Nuzlocke, because it's too hard. It's genuinely too difficult. But it's a game I've always wanted to go back and Nuzlocke, because I just wanted to be able to beat it. Yes, at 23. Dead Duck. To be fair, he got to level 14. We had him at level 2. How many attempts have you done now? 25. This is currently the 26th. I'm pretty certain. I want to check this because I'm just genuinely curious. What are the Pokemon Unbound level caps? 012, 29. Right. Interesting. So, Dave, when the 4th gym? Maybe one day. But Joao, you remember way back when I kept trying to Nuzlocke the hard mode version of Unbound, and every single time we got to that stupid Houndoom, we just died. Well, apparently, that Mega Houndoom doesn't occur until after Gym 2. And that means the level cap's 29. And Gibble learns it at 23. So you can do Gym 2, level up Gibble once. Wait, it learns at level 7. Really? Pokemon Unbound Pokédex. You're taking me to GitHub. Okay. I don't think I trust whatever website I just opened. No, you're wrong twice. It learns at level 30. That's why this never worked. It learns Tackle, Sand Attack, Metal Claw, Sandstorm, Fire Fang, Sand Tomb, Bite, Bulldoze, Slash, Dragon Rage. It learns Dragon Rage at level 30. I had a feeling it was something like that. Because the thing is that, like, we've tried all of those Pokemon against that Mega Houndoom and lost. And I've always wanted to go back. I've always wanted to go back and beat it. But I've always felt like it's a, oh god, we lost our Rock Smasher. I've always thought that it's a game that we're never going to be able to beat we're never ever going to achieve the third gym. As much as I like the game, I've struggled so much with it. No, you need to learn Rock Smash. I'm going to put it over Headbutt, which is probably a stupid idea, but let's do it. So yeah, it's something which we might go back and try, because we've also got this new, like, this is the new gimmick for the channel, right? Is you donate, I spin a wheel, you know? That's a new gimmick for this channel. And I have a feeling that it would be very interesting if we tried the same thing in Unbound. It just means that we're going to be doing this a lot. Because, like, if you are on the Discord, you'll see that one of my friends has been interested in trying to stream. But my main question to them was, what's your gimmick going to be? And from what I can tell, that is an adorable freaking Pooch Skull. I like him. He's fun. We should be fine. But yeah, the main question which I asked them was like, okay, it's all well and good that you want to play this game, but what's your gimmick? What are you going to do that no one else does? It's longer? What do you mean it's longer? That is a nightmare fish, by the way. Fluffy evolving into a nightmare. No custom sprites again. That's fine. But you've got bonus defense, so that's good. We can make use of that. The fact that you're bulky is probably what's going to be keeping you alive. Rock Tomb. But yeah, anyway, what I was basically getting at is the fact that we have an idea of what we're doing now. We have an idea of what our channel's gimmick is, which is we play Nuzlocke and we spin a wheel to ruin them. And Dave keeps trying until he gives up. I don't even know what the limit's going to be. We have a water stone but no moonstones. But again, it's all randomized. We might run into one. We need Pokemon that can deal with water types. So I'm going to bring Alpha back up front. Wait, we have Flash. We have Flash. We can make use of this. Hell yeah. Now I can actually see where all the items are. Forgive me because Dave rants for 20 minutes every stream. People give me reasons. Can I say what my team is? You can say your team if you want. Slack off claps telling me to throw bubbles at him once again. When will I grow my dragon wings? I have the item to get you there, we're just waiting. There we go. We have the item to get Kingdra. Alright, new question. Do you have to trade to get a Kingdra? Because if so, you might evolve at level 40 instead. Which isn't terrible, but is a bit annoying. That was just a spider. Give me this. Thank you for the strange prism. Not that we're ever going to use it, but it's an idea. Metapod, why are your eyes shut? I get it, you're a bat, but come on. 14? Oh no, I said 40. So all trade evolutions in the game will either trade via a stone or at level 40. Nice counter, idiot. Nice counter, idiot. Fool. Your poison jab is a move. Poison jab is an attack in the game. Truly it is. That's such a good move, actually. Thank gosh Fluffy can learn it. Oh, you now have poison damage. 40 is going to be impossible. The run always ends before then. Have some faith. I say have some faith. Blame the people that keep ruining the runs. Also, archives. You say this is my team. What's it for? What game? Why? I think we leave here. Oh no, we'll be fine. Alright, GoldenEye, good to see you, mate. Is this music for the next video? Yes, it is. Hang on, I've got to look at this playlist. There's loads of funny things on here. Nintendo chill music for when you have to handle things. This one's editing your me. On the Wii U. That's why I don't know this song. I never had a Wii U. I'm a dinosaur child. But soon I will no longer be. Nosely. Mega Drainer. That's why we Mega Drain. Get that health back up. Don't perish to a thrown rock. Nah, you don't need headbutt. You'll be fine. Lovenks. Okay then. Beautiful damage. These YouTube live streams are pissing me off. Dude, you're in one right now. You better start believing in ghost stories. Because you're in one. I need to become Horsey first level. You mean Cedra at level 32. Then it was level 50, or you use Dragon Scale. It'll be level 40 or a Dragon Scale normally. I found beer on the floor. What the hell? Has Tony been here? It's a battle item. It raises your Pokemon's attack stat and I'm going to assume it's speed, but it's probably special defense. But it also makes your Pokemon confused. That's hilarious. Breloom shouldn't be that far off, to be honest. 1 second, I need to read this hilarious message. Yo, bro, I just came across your stream and dropped a follow before heading out. I respect the hustle. I actually know a big Twitch streamer with 1.8 million follower. Thanks for having that in a different font. Who helps streamers grow with real viewers, active chat, and supporters who donate and sub regularly. If you're serious about taking your channel to the next level, add him on Discord at this name and tell him that this guy sent you. Opportunities like this don't come around often, and mind you, this is not a bot message. Said like a true bot. That's funny. How did I not get that kill? Come on. There we go. When I meant get that kill, I mean, how did I not get into this area? There's nothing in here. I don't know why I bother. Definitely not a bot. I've reported many clickbait or AI channels. Good, keep doing it. Uh-oh, it's a little Cyndaquil. It's dead. Hang on, why are you so low on health? Heal up. Bubble. Do you know what gets me the most is when people come onto like Twitch channels and stuff and they're like, tell them that this person sent you, and they give you a name. Like Athena. Your Twitch name is Editor. That's not the same thing. Also, the fact that I dropped you a follow before heading out. I can check my follow list and see that that's bollocks. So, thanks. But there are going to be, like, people that don't understand what a Twitch bot is that fall for stuff like that. And I feel for them. Also, here's another thing. Why would someone come in here and say, yo, I'm friends with a massive streamer. You should totally add them on Discord and tell them that I sent you. And you're sitting here like, why would they ever accept my friend request? Why would they ever accept? Crocoling. Interesting. Get your health back. Are you all out of bubbles? I think you might be. Darn it. And you're almost out of combat in general. I think we need to leave. Do we have an escape rope? No. Okay, we might have to do this fight with somebody else. Maybe we get Fluffy to do it. And then just hyper potion the little bits of health we're missing. Because this fight's a bit annoying. Peekaboo! Okay, it's not too bad then. It's a normal type, so it just dies to the many double-kicking feet that you seem to have. We are rock poison. We are afraid of its psychic moves. So I think this is a perfect time to go to space. Knew it. Oh no, we're out of bubbles. Alright, hold on, stun it. Never mind, we missed. Stun it. Oh, we're both paralyzed. That's hilarious. Okay, beautiful. And then we just spam Thundershock. There we go. I could have played that a little bit better, I think. There was one turn where I think we should have died. But we got lucky. That paralysis might matter. But we will see. I always tag AI as disgusting when I click the not interested button. There are things that you can do. Because you can report entire channels that are doing stuff like that. Hello, Aura Cactus. Good to see you. That is a Fenamander. You died to a well-placed rock tomb. Is that all this guy had? Nice. Okay. We're through Mount Moon. Heat Rock. More Bulbasaurs that need to just chill. This is one specific guy who has this AI penguin asked me to send a stay hydrated gift for a shout out. Yeah, that's what they do with the new dueling, the new duel system, because I've got the duel system as well. You know, like you can absolutely send me a laughing disco. Oh, an old amber. That is weird. Yeah, I'm absolutely down for people sending me that laughing disco, but I'm not an AI channel that is forcing people to pay. I have content. I have integrity. A lucky egg. That is very lucky. Water gun it. Oh, no. Double kick would have been better. There we go. Alright, new encounter. We also need to go back to Pewter with this to get a gift Pokemon. It's actually genuinely useful for us to go back through Mount Moon again. Did my Pokemon die? I don't think you've had one this run yet. I don't remember. X-Speed, Yellow Flute. So there's an encounter there, which we should get, and then there's a gift Pokemon we can go back and get as well. This lady's got an item for us. What's it going to be? A Quad X attack, cool. That could be useful for something later on. So Aura, did you have a Pokemon? No, in this run you've not had a Pokemon. People losing stuff in the bushes left and right. It's very funny. Right, let's get our encounter here. We've got plenty of balls, right? Yep. And where are you, Benny? Benny is useful for catching Pokemon. Unless it's electric. Then you're less useful. Alright, nice. Joltik doesn't care. So glad we're going to have a giant spider on the team. Okay, we're not going to have a giant spider on the team. Because it's going to be fused with an awful Pokemon. There we go. Who wants to be an absolute liability? Bug Psychic or Psychic Electric? I'm gonna go Bug Psychic. I don't like this. Wow. Bug Psychic does not need Levitate. Sure. Hidden Power, but we don't know what version it is. I kind of like it with its fluffiness like that, actually. Who wants to be a liability? If you got a delay aura, just refresh the app. You'll be fine. Me, I love being a liability. Alright, GoldenEye. To be fair, GoldenEye is a great name for something that looks like that. So, you are electric, which means you're not allowed on the team till we beat Misty. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I want you on the team anyway. You're so useless. 4% power. You're just letting your batteries drain that much. Right, we're gonna run all the way back because we want to get our gift Pokemon. So, it's not the greatest walk all the way back, but at least we might get some experience doing it. Who should I give it to? Probably... No, I want Space Dragon to have a bit more power. Alpha Brother's going to be useful, just not yet. Lavaling. And it's dead. Should have went the other way and used Levitate, so I only had a Psychic weakness. Yeah. That's doing nothing. What am I doing? The thing is this, I already have an Electric Psychic type. I already have an Electric Psychic type. I don't need another one. No, my PC's just old. That's fair. That's fair. Some people watch on their phones, some people watch on their tablets, their PCs. Some people watch me when they're getting up for their morning coffee, which, honestly, if that's your description, you've woken up, you've tuned in, and you're having your morning coffee, good job. Well done. You're ready for the day. Kick today's ass. I demand it. Bubble. Nice one, Charmander. Well, and Twister. We are water grass, not dragon. Isn't Breloom like level 21? I think it is. QC, it's dead. No, it's not. Wrong button. Now it's dead. I'm watching you tucked up in bed. That's completely viable as well. That's absolutely a viable strat. If these Bulbasaurs go away, they've clearly replaced the Geodudes in here. Onwards! Ah! Poochie Tyke! Whatever will I do? I'm so glad Mantike just doesn't really have any moves. Whirlipede, Bubbles. More bubbles. Okay, that was after a Screech, it did 10 damage. That's hilarious. No coffee allowed. You are allowed coffee. Who says no coffee allowed? I buy a very nice Japanese coffee every morning, and if it's either from a Japanese cafe or it's from a bag of Japanese coffee that we buy. It is very nice. I'm watching you on a Samsung fridge. The same fridge that Pirate Software's video game runs on. I had a Samsung washing machine that my brother's now got, and it used to play a fun little like musical number whenever the washing was done, and I find that so funny. Like, your washing's done, and it's just like it's like, okay, cool, I get it. Pirate Software mention. I used to like the guy. I did. And then all of that freaking crap ended up happening, and I'm just like, mate, you used to be cool. And now everyone's got the true explanation as to why you're just a knob. Ow, not Ember. What will I ever do about Ember? I'm now getting a massage from my cat. My cat decided that it was going to make biscuits on my freaking belly this morning. And, literally punctured my freaking stomach. Not my real stomach, but I mean, like, Theo's claws are so sharp, he doesn't realize that, like, literally just laying on someone does literal damage. Good news, I'm not charging my phone. Good luck. I have a washing machine like that too. My girlfriend and I say the washing machine sing the song of its people. Thanks for the reset, Urge. Can I now have a Pokemon? What do I get? A freaking Hitmonlee! Wait, what's that being fused with? That's a hilariously early Hitmonlee. So that's with a gift. Pumpkaboo Hitmonlee. We can have a ghost fighting Hitmonlee. Hang on a second. Hang on a minute, that's mental. That is so useful. Obviously, no one fuses anything with Pumpkaboo these days. It's Pumply. Powers up moves that have recoil damage. Uh-oh, high jump kick it is. And it has reduced attack no matter what nature it has. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, Reckless is kind of needed then. Air Cutter. Why do you have Air Cutter and Peck? You're supposed to be an Oricorio. It's because you've got Water Gun. You're supposed to be like a freaking... I don't know what. Gift Pokemon are hilarious because they end up with moves that they're not meant to have. Aura, you haven't got a Pokemon name. You can be this guy. Why's he kind of bad, though? There you go, your whole name fits. Black Aura Cactus. I think it just works considering the look of the Pokemon. Dude's got his leg up high, taking a whiz. Do I grab more Hyper Potions? I think that'd be a little silly if I do. And he's level 11, that's not bad. It's a shame that we had to wait so long to get him. Do we have a fully evolved bug yet? No, but if we get Galvantula, we will. Guys, you're going to have to keep an eye on what Pokemon we can get as gifts. Pissmonlee. Hilariously accurate. It doesn't even have good moves. Air Cutter, Water Gun. Yep. Grand moves to use here. I'm taking a whiz, mind your biz. No, your name is so long that it now says Lack Aura Cactus. Ooh, we're not going to lose you immediately. Nice miss. Uh-oh, not Curse. All I wanted was to get my Lack Aura Cactus a level. Dude's pretty badass if you ask me. I'm actually going to teach it Rock Smash so that it has a fighting move in its kit. It needs a fighting move in its kit so that it can actually do something. Oh, you use water gun? That, oh no, it is literally pissing. It's literally pissing on the enemies. Dude, you're literally walking into the room and taking a piss on the enemies. That's kind of insane. You're extremely weak to Clefairies. That is mental. How did we get that? I was making a joke. It turns out it was real all along. Uh-oh, a poison type. Whatever will I do? Take a whiz. It did nothing. Air cutter. Okay, we need to get you some moves that actually do any amount of damage. Any amount of damage, mate. He's very territorial. Don't you dare click Dragon Rage. I don't think you have it, but there we go. Level 12 didn't learn anything. Watch it never learn Absorb either. I'm pretty sure it learns Razor Leaf before it learns Absorb. Pretty good attack if you ask me. They keep using fighting moves against you. Oh, never mind, you're dead. Never mind, everything that could have went wrong. That's a shame. Oh well. I could have played that so much safer, but I just didn't. I thought we would have been okay. I thought we were going to be okay. But of course, the Poison Sting managed to proc, and it made sense. It's okay, we'll get the bedwetter back eventually. It just requires very specific wheel spins. You already got me killed, man. No, genuinely, you shouldn't have died to that. You shouldn't have died to that. It's your fault. What am I looking at? I think it's Chingling. Now, all things considered, it should never have used a freaking poison move against you because you hard resisted it. So the fact that you hard resisted it and it did it anyway, sometimes I just get lost in the game's AI. The game's AI throws me off sometimes because I just expect one thing and get something else. Poison Point. No, you're not wrong. I think that is what it was. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I can take that accountability. It was Poison Point. I should have seen that coming. I'll have a Fusion Ball and a Spooky Plate. Fusion Ball's kind of useless here. Still its fault though. I'm surprised that it even bothered using any poison use. If I hard resist, how did I die? Because poison functionally doesn't care. Like functionally, poison does not give a damn. It does a % amount of damage every single time, regardless of whether you resist it or not. We just got unlucky enough that you got poisoned at the worst possible time. It's okay. You'll probably find a way back. Right, we need to fight our rival, and I have a bad feeling. Actually, no, I've got a good feeling. It's entirely down to how many ground types he's got. Yeah, poison doesn't care. Metatom. Ghost Bug. I think we're okay. That paralysis was great, but that shed skin really makes it hard. We're going to swap to a normal type and just throw rocks at it. Don't miss. There we go. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Golidower. Ground Fire. Ground Fire. I think we go here. And a giant ghostly megaphone. From what it looked like, yes. I want to leech seed that. Because all things considered, our accuracy no longer matters. Grass move is neutral, but bubble should be quad. Providing we land it. It keeps dodging it. There we go. Kabukash. Oh, he's managed to evolve it. However, we need to remember, we took Shroomish for this exact reason. Providing we can land a hit. His starter does nothing to us. Gaspish. I think a Psywave would kick its ass. It used Curse anyway, that's fine. That's actually really handy. It just used the wrong move entirely. Yeah, his name was Gasbish. What a name. You slay, Gashbish. These are kind of the Pokemon that I think we're going to make the most waves with. I think we need to be level 23 on one of our Pokemon. Siliena. Isn't that a place? Staroth. Oh, the Rockruff Span. Ooh, Protect. I'll go over Yawn. I like Yawn, but yeah. Can't believe I'm this unfit. I taught a friend how to ollie on a skateboard, and after 10 minutes I'm gassed. I don't think that means you're unfit, but per se. You just haven't done it in a while. Unfit to me is if you climb a set of stairs and then you're out of breath. Like, that's a bit much. Why did I do that? I should have thrown a rock at it. There we go. Just more Wii Sports music. Do 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Gaspish is now going to be an insult from here on in. Nope. It doesn't need to be. Oh my doof! Metal Claw, and it's dead. That Bidoof its sin things. Rocklet. Alright, Metal Claw, insane. Sentwig, kind of just want to rip Metal Claw again. Massive damage, they're all dead. See, this is how the fight should be going. It's been about 17 years since I actually used to skate. That is a fair amount of time. Teddy ran. If this thing double kicks, we're dead, but I don't think it will. Nope, it's going to cry instead. Polyboon. Throw rocks at it. Do it again? Yep. I got the SIR Clefable in perfect order. Would you mean Mega Clefable? Because that's pretty cool. We got the Mega Clefable, like, EX card, like, just base. We never get SIRs. And when we do, it's like random Pokemon, like Excadrill, but not Mega Excadrill, so it's just this random dude. That is the angriest looking freaking duck I've ever seen. That is a harsh looking duck. Snorsprout. Snowsprout. Dies to a good, well-placed rock. Isn't it also weak to Metal Claw? Yeah, I thought it was. One more dude. One more dude and we're sorted. I'm number 5. Are you sure about that? Togepi. You will not stomp me because you sent out a freaking fairy against my metal boy. I'm going to say no to this. Oh, Focus Sash. I'm going to fight him for the extra experience. Chesme. Like, this dude's team is a bit strong, but we should be okay. Turgma. I don't want to fight that. Fire Grass. Go. Water Grass. Nice. Bubble. 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 Ooh, which part's evolving? Surely it's Vigoroth, right? Hell yeah, Alpha Bravo's finally learned how to stand up. And still has a really weird face. Vigoroth is now scary because it's got the stats to back itself up now. As soon as it becomes slacking, this thing's going to be a nightmare. And if we get Leron going, we're going to have some defenses to boot. Oh wait, this is an encounter. Right? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's an encounter. This is Nintendo's music. Bam, 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 bam. Go on, Boost Ball. Do it. Do it, Boost Ball. Oh, that would have been good. Pokeball. Get in the ball. Come on. Stop going and healing. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to hit you. But like, really gently. I'm pretty certain that we can't do gentle damage to this guy. Right, we're just gonna have to try. Tiny damage. Tiny damage. Beautiful. Get in the ball. I almost feel like if the Pokemon's just had its status proc, that should make it easier to catch. Like, let's say if it's like a full 1 times bonus to the catch rate, 0.5 of it should come from the fact that it is statused, and then the other 0.5 should come from the status procking. We sleep on him? Well, we can't overwrite it now. There we go. I'm not massively certain if this guy's legal, because what route are we on? Route 24. What route was this? Route 4. Oh, okay. No, so that is an encounter. Hell yeah. We got Turtwig. Guys, we got a Turtwig. That's a funny little dude. We can fix it. Where's the Pokemon in this town? Because I've got so much money. Pokeballs. We need to start. Sunstone. What do we need? We need Moonstone. That's the wrong stone. I'm just going to buy a bunch of Pokeballs and a bunch of DNA splices. What else do you sell? Energy roots. Okay. So, next encounter, she's just like, please catch me an Abra. And I'm just like, when? Overgrow. When will I ever catch an Abra? I have no opportunities. Onwards! Feebas is duplicates. That doesn't count. Blow it up. That level 12? How is this real? How is this real? Are all of the starters here? Because this is their BST range. So of course they'd be here. I don't have a way of putting it to sleep. I literally removed it. Bye-bye. Someone wanted the Switch. Am I in a fight? Yeah, I'm against Froakie, aren't I? Maybe I chuck in Turtwig and spam Tackle. Or, no. Rock Tomb double kick. You're a pure water type. Water gun from this guy shouldn't do any damage. Yeah, knew it. Alright, cool. Ow, it did something that really hurt. Okay, so we do not have a way of putting it to sleep. Because I removed Yawn literally a minute ago to give it Protect. So I can Thunder Wave it, that's the best bet we've got. Luckily, this one... What is it doing that's super effective? Catch a fast Pokemon. You're a fast Pokemon, aren't you? Nope, okay. Hard disagree. There we go. It's going to be so illegal. Why is it so illegal? It is. No, it's water grass. We can't run it. Whee! It's water grass, so it's very illegal. No. Alpha. Okay, alright, no, that's completely true. Dave using a fastball after cutting its speed in half is hilarious. When this thing's in its final form, it's dark ground. It's actually useful. But in its current state, you're so right, it's grass water, which means we either bring Space Dragon or we don't. Water, grass, water. Okay, this one's apparently got a look. Oh, he's cute. He's got a big old face. Modest. Bubble. Absorb. And that's it. Razor Leaf is so much better than Absorb, but you don't have the stats to back it up. Fruit Wig. That is indeed your name. Who wants to be Throat Wig? Good morning, Fairy Queer. Welcome. I need someone that wants to be Throat Wig. Keeping in mind that this thing, yeah, Lil Big, you haven't had anything today. I haven't given you anything in this run. Just understand that you're not going to be used until we beat Misty, because we're not allowed duplicates on the team. Because of these darn wheel spins that make the game exceptionally hard to play. Demonica, have I not given you a Pokemon? I swear I did. I think it's every single time I look at a run. No. Oh, apparently I never did. There was a run where I gave you the starter name. I swear. Right, there are more Pokemon, so don't worry. Let's check the hotel, because there's going to be missions in here, and some of them might be gifts. What's in the bin? Nothing. Would you mind helping me out to give her a letter? Her name's Maud, she's a breeder. She usually hangs out in one of the routes next to Ceridian City. I don't know what this guy gives us, but we've got to do it anyway. Okay, so he does give us the key item, good. My name's Tim, I'm what you would call an expert in normal type Pokemon. Do you think you can handle a type expert? I'll give you an outfit if you can beat my team using only normal types. Nope, that's not happening. That's another membership. Oh god, okay, more wheel spins. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. I know that I scream. Look at this funny dude. This is the music channel. But yeah, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I know I make funny noises whenever we get one. Monster Reborn. Someone who's dead must come back to life. Chat, who's it going to be? That doesn't look... That's like slightly on the edge of green. It could have been drop all your Pokeballs. It was so close. Who do we bring back? I was a Pumpkaboo Ekans. Oh yeah, a Pokemon that I thought was going to be good but ended up being really bad. Who do we bring back? Let's have a look. The thing is, it's a question between do we want Duck, ground flying with Intimidate, or do we want Aura, the ghost fighting Reckless? Everyone likes Pissmonlee. Alright, screw it. We'll have Pissmonlee is alive, and funnily enough, he's allowed on the team. Okay then. What part are we at? We are approaching Misty's gym, but we need to get through the gauntlet up top first. There is another encounter coming up, which is whatever Pokemon ends up in the lily pads, but we can never truly catch them both because it will always be duplicates. Bug Ghost. That didn't do much, did it? Psybeam? Okay, they're both good. Get out of here, youngster Joey. If you have a good ghost move later on, like Shadow Sneak, then we might be able to just farm that guy. Pissmonlee is insane. It's the name that you have been given. Bonmander. Fire Rock. Okay. Fire Rock. What level are you? 15. Fire Rock. Watch this one-shot you. It missed. You resist that. You resist that. Success. Successful piss. Kaji. This thing knows bite 1,000,000%. Hang on. Ghost fighting's hilarious. You're right, Vastillion. Good to see you. Guys, isn't ghost fighting a brilliant typing because you are neutral to dark moves? We can't hit this thing for shit because that flying typing is going to kill us. But isn't it interesting? Quad weight to water with rain boost and my man chose rock smash. Shush! I didn't notice, and then I noticed. Did you notice the part where I noticed? You just want to see this Hitmonlee piss on everything. I found some sand. The famous pissing Hitmonlee. The extremely spectral, hairy Hitmonlee, whose signature move is he just pisses on people, and he shouldn't have that move in his kit whatsoever, because it's a gift Pokemon. Catarath. We're already running to Poliwrath? That goes to show how bad Poliwrath is, by the way. Loud T is very loud. Scrapat. Oh, and you're not flying. Well, you're dark, but I don't think you do anything with it, right? It might know Feint Attack, actually. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Rock Smash. Rocketh. That's Cowboy Meowth. It's dead to a Rock Smash. Hiker Knob, get your knob out of here. I've got enough knob with this freaking Hitmonlee on my team. I did not mean to run into this kid, but oh well. Wooby! Oh, that's fine. Thundershock is dead. Want a takedown? I don't think you do. Youngster Dan is out. We're just gonna go heal. Only thing is we could get a Gorgeist. Didn't Too Many Types 2 drop as well? Why is that the second time someone's brought that up? Why has Too Many Types 2 come up twice now? That game came out in like April, and now I'm confused. I need to quickly investigate. You're the second person that has mentioned Too Many Types 2, and I don't know why. I can't remember what their bloody page is. I have their Discord. Am I not in it? Where's their Discord gone? Have they closed their Discord? Maybe update. I saw it in passing. Celia Stupid Romhack is fantastic. We were one of the first streamers to beat it, which I thought was very, very nice. I feel dumb. Why is... Did I get kicked from their freaking Discord or something? Elite Redux, Insurgents, Reborn. Yeah, their Discord's just gone. I should be able to just get straight back into it because I'm in the Alpha Rad one. No, their Discord still exists. I'm so confused. Yeah, I just rejoined their Discord. Apparently I left it at some point. Don't know when that happened. Yeah, no, it's remembered all my settings as well. 11th for the 3rd. Yeah, it came out in March. The last Too Many Types 2 update was in March. Alright, hang on, I'm going to hack decks. Version 1.5.2. Last updated 11th of March. What are you guys on about? What are you guys on about? I'm so confused by... The reason why I've had to look into this is that is the second person that said the Too Many Types 2 dropped today. One, it didn't, and it didn't get an update either. I'm so confused as to why this has been brought up by two completely different people from two completely different... Like, one of them was mentioned on the Discord by someone that hasn't been in stream today. That's why I'm so confused. Bulpy. Destroy it. Now I'm asleep. Never mind, don't destroy it then. Peter, the horse is here. What I want to know is, why is the horse an issue? Leech seed it and kill it slowly. We can't allow this thing to click counter. Why did it do that much damage to me? Alright, we're swapping out. We're not allowing that. Oh, Shadow Tag is an issue. Alright, hold on. We're wasting time with Hyper Potions then. Do you have a 3DS? I mean, yeah, like a decade ago. Back when they were a thing. There we go. Yesterday someone said the same thing in chat. I'm just really confused. I don't know what's going on. I know AlphaRad put up a Too Many Types 2 video, but that's got nothing to do with an update. Maybe I have to watch it then. Clearly I have... That's the problem. He dropped a video and I didn't watch it. Am I afraid of this? I don't think I should be. Aura, get in there. I want you to kick it. Alright, no, maybe we should be afraid, actually. Kick it. That did nothing. That did nothing. Charm it. Never mind, it has Hypercutter. You can't charm it. I just wanted you to kick its ass, but clearly we're not allowed to. Throw rocks at it then. There we go, much better. You're learning jump kick. Now the problem with this is it will get you killed. The problem with jump kick is it will get you killed. Puka-booka-boom. I don't have good moves into you, but you don't have good moves into me either. Actually, I lied. This is fine. Miracone is to counter the special attacks. Yeah. Wait, is that it? No, there's 3 more fights. There's 3 more fights, and if you're not careful, one of them's a double battle, but you want to avoid that. Horse, the Peter is here. Why is that the quote right now? Oh, do you know something which I definitely want to do, though, for the wheel spin? Is I want to make it so that there's an animation whenever we get a result. This is one of the things which I think would be really, really cool to take this, that's a Charizard. Sunkern Charizard is not what I expected down this freaking route. Anyway, it's dead now. Yes, something which I want to do is I want to integrate the wheel spins so they happen automatically and we don't need to worry about it. But what I also want is I want when the result comes up for there to be an animation based on what happens. And I think that would be really dang cool. And you're dead, you silly little strawberry friend. Buddha. Kombucha. Mega Drain it, it's dead. Boo, almost dead. But yeah, I just think that would be really cool because when it lands on things like Annihilation, I can make it so just the world cracks in half. Or something like that. Don't hide behind a shield, that's normal steel. What do I do about that? What do I do about this? Normal steel completely... It's so weak to fighting. It's so weak to being punched. Aura, you got this. You just gotta kick it. Bosh! There we go. Beautiful. All of the baby experience. What is this song? That is Chef Sneasler. Ratzel. Dude, once again, all you gotta do is kick it. You flinched. You might die if I click kick. I'm gonna charm it. Uh-oh. It's getting ready to crit. Alright, never mind. Swap out Alpha Bravo. Because we know that Alpha Bravo is buff. Yeah, saw that coming from 2 years away. Check out the almighty Metal Claw. Beautiful. And yeah, we're still in a really good spot. I might blast some hyper potions just in case. The problem there would have been if you took the bite, you wouldn't have had the health to survive missing a jump kick. Mudlax! Oh my goodness, he's adorable. Why is he adorable? He's just a bean. He's a bean that's weirdly tanky. I lost? Yeah, you need more than a little Mudlax, mate. Cost that berry. You're right, Duck. Your Pokemon's dead, by the way. Just need to be aware, your Pokemon perished. A light ball. Well, now we just need a Pikachu. Miracle Seed. Also, the only death we've had. Definitely only death we've had. SS ticket, thank you. Also, apparently this guy's supposed to give you access to the transfer box, but I'm not sure how. Yeah, you're supposed to get the transfer box here. I think Piss Attack's the most effective against anything when using Pissmonlee. I don't believe that's true. It's like the worst move it could use. Squad Shades, hell yeah. My Pikachu cosplay is now complete. Will you be watching England versus Argentina tonight? Why would I be? Boom, alright. Sentret. It's very unlikely we catch anything else here. It will be exclusively Sentret. Boom. What a weird colour. What are the odds that there's anything but a Sentret in these lily pads? If it's possible for Lombre to spawn here, then it might be okay. But it might be Sentret only. Blast it. The piss fighter is here. You know what? I'll put him up. I don't understand this custody thing. It makes no sense to me. Jump kick the freaking squirrel. I really hope there's a second Pokemon in this encounter table. Otherwise, it might be a day thing. It might be a day-night encounter table. One day, Aura is going to miss that kick, and is going to careen straight into a shredder. Piss and all. check the flowers. Cerulean Cape in itself is a different encounter, right? I kind of want to count that as the same as Route 25, though. I feel like that's a little cheap. Then again, I count Misty Seed. That's weirdly ironic.
Get a shiny.
I would love to. Thank you for becoming a member, because do you know what that does? Do you know what that does, becoming a member? You spin the wheel of potential doom and sabotage. Here it goes. Get your toes ready. The party size is 5. We are not allowed a 6th Pokemon on our team, which is fine. We can make use of it. We can work. That's actually not bad, to be fair. It's when that one stacks it becomes a problem. Thank you so much for becoming a member for 2 months. Blast it. Oh, that can kill you in 2 misses. Good to know. Double kick it. Use your absolute obvious legs. There is definitely no other Pokemon here that center it. So we could use this. I don't really like the idea. Cerulean Cape being an encounter feels a little cheeky, but I guess I get it. It's no different from the Secret Garden. Do not get me killed. I can't promise a thing. There is something very ironic about Fluffy Cthulhu landing those kills. But yeah, I can very easily just click on the... Oh no, there aren't any Pokemon in the plants. Interesting. So this would be water only. And to be fair, I'd probably rather come back with Surf. I feel like that just makes sense. This looks to be Sentret only, which means there is no way of getting a Pokemon here without having a duplicate allowed. Unless we change the time of day. Because we caught that at night. Is there an easy way to change the time of day in this game? Because you can't sit in benches. Oh, it's the freaking... No, wrong game. Lazarus is the one that lets you do this in Pokemon Centers. Or is it inns? That's not an inn, that's the Team Rocket fellas. My bad. Don't step in front of me, you weasel. Fall asleep for half a day. I've got the sleeping mask. I can't see shit. Wait, isn't there like an easy Jirachi if you sleep at the right time of day? I swear that's something that happens. No, they're all Sentrets. Without the duplicate cores, we're not allowed this encounter. Which is fine. I'm in Pikachu pajamas with Mareep. Blindfold, which is kind of hilarious. Alright, into the illegal. Get in there. That Feebas is illegal because it's a duplicate. I could name it Lilypad so that we know. That's a Lilypad's encounter, and then this guy was a gifted dupe. There needs to be a reason why you're illegal. Sentret plus Sentret probably isn't a very good Pokemon at all. What's our party size right now? It is 5. We're doing very good without breaking any of the rules, which is quite nice. I want to see if we can get that event to trigger. Because if I remember correctly, all you got to do is sleep like a couple of times. It's like 24 hours. Pokemon full of energy. The current time is this. I don't remember how to start it. Or do you just use it a bunch? don't remember how to do it. I can't remember if it's like a Darkrai event or not. Or a Jirachi event. You wake up and something isn't the same. I might be misremembering it. It might be a different game. But the cutscene doesn't play out the same way. Or does it have to land at a specific time? It's currently 2 PM. Hang on. So 2 PM, 2 AM? It's 3 AM. I don't remember how to do it. What was it? I'm going to quickly Google it. Pokemon Infinite Fusion in encounter. There we go. Begin the quest by having less than 10 or having minus 10 or less karma and going to the Lavender Orphanage. Oh, that's different. That's something completely different. I remember that. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I swear there's a game, and I thought it was Infinite Fusion, but it might not be. But there was a game where you went to bed, and there was a chance that when you woke up, you had like an encounter, like a Pokemon spawned here, and you had to do like this little mission to get them. And I feel like it was Jirachi. This is the bike shop. We get the voucher later. It's time to fight Misty, and I have a bad feeling that we're not ready for her, because I'm pretty certain Misty is way more powerful. You're thinking of Jirachi. I thought it was. Tiger, what the hell did you just type? You have to fulfill a specific Pokedex milestone, then sleep. I see. Because I remember it happening randomly. Right, we need to, for holiday episode, we need to get some more levels on Space Dragon right now. I almost called him Speed Dragon. Multilingual keyboard. Yeah, all of the starters are here. That's so funny. Piplup Froakie. We've seen Chespin here before. Yeah, because Feebas has the same BST. Let's go with that. Mime Jr., you're a starter. Not really seen many fire types here. Also, up there, I think. Yeah, that's where one of the strange things are, but you need Surf. Piplup, Angie Piplup. He's such an angry little dude. Alright, level 20 is kind of what I wanted. So who am I bringing in here? Sir Benny and Space Dragon. You're like the two that should be able to kick this thing's ass. It would be nice if you had more power. Can I do held items? Yes. Do I still have Miracle Seeds? I have 12 of them. Cool. Good to know. Light Ball is for Pikachu. Mental Herb is not useful. Soft Sand is not useful. Focus Sash is funny. I forgot I had a Lucky Egg. Lol. I might give you a Focus Sash and just hope and pray you don't get one shot. I don't think you will. Onwards to Misty with Animal Crossing music in the background. Oh yeah, this dude just gives you forks. Kingish. Immediately really difficult to deal with. Okay. Never mind, it didn't bother fighting. Psy Fairy. Alright, Luis is down. Blast Puff! We are starting to run into some really funny Pokemon. Excellent. That dude's a little tank warrior. He's gonna shoot you with his big cannon. Bubble Beam. heck yeah. Alright, now we go heal. Not that Bubble Beam's useful here. Bubble Beam's actually kind of terrible against Misty. I feel bare without the dragon part of my name. Yeah, but if we keep playing, you're gonna get there eventually. But now I need you to deal with Misty. Space Dragon and Sir Benny are going to deal with Misty. Let's see what she's got. Why is she so low? Maduck. Maduck. Interesting. It's... Okay, you're just dead. Why Benny? If they die, I die. Because Benny is really effective. Okay, so this is Quilsion? So Duosian Quillfish. Last time we did this was a pain in the ass, so... What can you do that hurts? I'm going to Leech Seed it. Okay, that's fine. That just means we don't swap out. Stun Spore it. That's going to be a problem. Never mind, we got it. Right, it's lost most of its health already. One well-placed Mega Drain should kill it. Almost. And then its Seed kills it. There we go. That was actually a really good Misty. That was a solid Misty. Starmie Hair Clip. Thank you. TM Dig. We did it. We did it. We beat Misty. Honestly, this run has been so much simpler because we haven't had those massive... The massive donations haven't been taking us out of the game. All of the modifiers are now reset until people donate more. But for now, we're clear. That's another one down. The Soul Link is gone, yes. We are now ready to continue. I also like how I'm like... I look like Gary's like gay best friend. Right, we should probably check out the missions in the hotel. I don't remember what they were. Oh, you're the love letter. Dude, why were you being nice? You were waiting for me to finish. 5 gifted memberships from Alpha Bravo because, you know, Alpha Bravo really doesn't want me to get past Lieutenant Surge. You hate it when I get past Misty. It's not allowed to happen. We get 5 wheel spins, which is more or less going to dictate how this run is now going to continue. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. You are absolutely legendary for supporting the channel as much as you have. The first letter of each party member cannot be shared. That one is always annoying because it's usually out of my hands. So no duplicate letters. Well, no duplicate first letters. Second spin. Oh, and Vestilian did it. Okay, we're not, the run's over. Already got alphabet soup. We got DNA mix up. I need to go do that quick before we can continue. Yeah, we got 10 spins, which means 10 potential modifiers. Luckily, this one's not a modifier. It's just something which helps us in the long run. So let's quickly heal up. And let's see who we're going to unfuse and refuse. I actually think we get this unknown off of it. I'm thinking we get the Joltik off of the unknown. Do we... I think I like the ghost typing, but the fact that you're in a Pumpkaboo sucks. I don't want to unfuse any of you. I like this team. I think the Spoink's a bit weird. But it's been useful. Right, this isn't very good. It's not the greatest fuse unfuse, but it's the one I'm going to go with. Because we actually get a better move spread here. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Because Dang is an unknown a bad Pokemon. You get weird little legs. Digon. It's a ground type with Levitate. Why would you ever need that? There we go. Right. I've used the DNA. I've used the DNA. Mostly just to move Pokemon around that I really didn't care about. Alright, next wheel spin. I think I should save the game because I haven't saved it in a while. Next wheel spin. So that's spin 2. We've got freaking 8 more to do. Also, Vestilian, thank you so much for the donations. No one's managed to get one duck. Whiting out does not end the run once. We get an extra life. There we go. That's good. That's going to help us out. That's really going to help us out. What do we got there? Was that 4? No. That's 3 so far. This is number 4. Another DNA mix-up. DNA mix-up coming up a lot. Kind of a funny one, if you ask me. Hang on. Is there actually someone that we want to move? Is there someone we actually want to move around? I think Froakie Turtwig should be left alone. I think these two should probably be left alone. I don't care too much for these. I don't think there's a great combination there. Do we remove the Spoink and give it something else? Can you ignore DNA mute? Yes, you can technically ignore DNA mix-up, but I don't want to do that. I think that's a little, what's the word? I just think it's a little unnecessary. Maybe we remove the Horsey from here and give it a different water type. I don't think I want to, though. Again, it's just not necessary. Is there something better to give the ghost typing to? My name stays with a Relicanth. Yeah, well, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking... You are so screwed by ground moves, in all honesty. So giving you something with Levitate is going to be handy. So in theory, I can take the Nidorina off of you and give you something with Levitate. But I think that Levitate is probably going to be something problematic. Could go Ghost Normal. Are we thinking Pumpkaboo Vigoroth? I like Alpha Bravo's kit though. I think Steel Normal is a bit terrible. Steel Normal is a bit terrible. But then that leaves us with Steel Fighting. Maybe we can make that work. Maybe we can make that work. Dude just looks weird now. Don't mess up the Pismonlee. No, I think we could do something better. We can't go Vital Spirit, which is hilarious. You've been pick up this entire time. Oh, you've lost all your good moves. Is it because none of them came from Vigoroth? None of the good moves came from Vigoroth. They all came from Aron. That's wild. Interesting. Do I not have any? I have no fusion items available. Need to go get more. This is like a really useful thing to have, but my word, does it slow the freaking stream down a little bit? Wait, this dude sells full restores. Fighting Rock. And we'll go Steel Fighting. I think this works a little bit better. Now you just look strange. Ali. Reckless or Rockhead? Okay, Rockhead is going to be really useful. And you don't have Jump Kick anymore. Great. Okay, you've just lost all of your good moves. That's like the worst part of this, is you've lost all your good moves. And this one was black aura cactus. Next problem is SSAFB. We're gonna have to drop Sir Benny for a bit. Digone and Corptic. Guys, who are the names of these two? You're right, Hermit. What were the names of the Diglett bug? What were the names? I don't remember the names. Cubely. Cubely was Cubely one of them? No, Cubely's this. I don't remember the names. Oh, it's Game Over Jesse. Hello, I forgot. Sorry, I didn't see you there. How'd you make an RPG plugin for it? I do not know what you're on about. Yeah, the B does save you. That's why I deliberately added the B to the front. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to bring you with Alpha Bravo. I can't remember the names of these two. I need to literally go back on my own stream and find it. This always happens. This always happens. By the way, guys, I'm literally 3 subscribers away from 4,200. Would be pretty epic if we managed to hit that now. Right, let's go back. Am I just not live? YouTube did not recognize me. I need to go to a very specific point. I will find it. I will find it. So Little Big Dolls is that one. Sir Benny is there. Cubely. I unfused some people. Come on, give me the name. That was... Oh, no, that's wrong. I found it. I found it. GoldenEye was the... GoldenEye was one of them. And that means another one. It won't let me play Infinite Fusion on my device. What is said device? Oh, it was Sam. I always drop Sam. I'm sorry, Sam. This is how I can move your nicknames around, by the way. If we have enough DNA mix-ups, then the names get thrown out of, like, whack, and I can't keep track of them. Sam is now a Diglett unknown. And GoldenEye was the Joltik part of that unknown. How weird. Alright, more spins. I think... How many spins even was that? Let's double check. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 spins. So this is the last spin for Alpha Bravo. That was so close to annihilation. The last Pokemon Center visited has 1d6 uses remaining. So Cerulean Pokemon Center can only be entered 2 more times. We're only allowed to go into the Pokemon Center 2 more times before that Pokemon Center is written off. Once we beat Lieutenant Surge, that Pokemon Center comes back. Alright, 5 more. Remove all modifiers below this one. Arceus has decided that all of that was bollocks. Yeah, that eats... So basically, Arceus eats everything below it. So Arceus basically turned around and said, nope, I don't like these modifiers. But it does mean that Arceus can no longer ever intervene. Until we beat Lieutenant Surge. D6 of Waste. Who must remain on the team? Slot 4. No more extra life. Yeah, we lose for whiteout. We lose that. All positives and benefits go. So who's slot 4? It's Black Aura Cactus. Must remain on the team. It won't let me open it in Joy Play. I mean, I'm not going to lie, mate. I'm not technical support. You should probably bring it up with the Discord. My apologies, but I don't use mobile or Joy Play to play this game, so I can't help you. Like, I wouldn't know. I'm clearly using this on a PC. So I believe that's what that was. That party member cannot be put in a PC unless it dies. Yep. So, Aura must be on the team. Well, must be in party. Because on team insinuates that you need to be used against Lieutenant Surge. But that's not the intent. Right. 3 more spins. Locked out of TM uses, which could be an issue. No TM use. Roll a d6, that party member dies. Who's dead? No one's in that slot. Number 2, who's in slot 2? Who's in slot 2? It's Fluffy. Fluffy has to be binned. Because the wheel said so. Uh-oh. Fluffy's now just dead. Just classified as dead. That's a shame. 07's in chat. Sorry, Fluffy. Someone paid money and got you killed. That's how it works. Alright, 1 more wheel spin. And then those 10 are done. Cannot use protect or similar moves. Right, well, all things considered, Arceus turned up and made everything so much simpler. And then ended up giving us a much worse set of things to deal with. So all things considered, I know we've got less modifiers than we probably would have done. But at the end of the day, these modifiers are brutal. These modifiers are really hard to get around. Aura must be on the team. No TMs can be used, no protect. Okay, so who do we bring? Who do we bring? We can bring Sir Benny back. Actually, that's really handy. You gotta re-add me, bro. You were never added. I'm not gonna lie, Cubely, you could become very useful later, but for now, we need to get above level 30 to 40 before you'll be useful. It's the same with most of these Pokemon. However, Little Big Duels, you will be very useful because you're basically our backup Space Dragon. I'm fodder her, more or less. Sometimes it just happens. Rip Fluffy, gonna rob him now. That's not very nice. Alright, what do you have for me? A Margot Berry. Cool, I guess. Who's this person that has the love letter? Hang on. Don't know who it is. Is it back the way we came? I believe it's to the south, but there's someone you're supposed to give a love letter to. I wouldn't be surprised if it's her. A fusion ball and an X speed. I don't think it is, because she's in an awful spot. So it must be south. We do get an encounter here. Provided we fight these people. Bascal. I don't like the way that this game does its leveling. We'll get you to 22. She Jr. Okay, this is where we swap. Peck and tackle. What moves? What exceptional moves. You're so hard to kill, but my word, are your moves terrible. Are you grass? No, you're ghost normal. Such terrible moves. And no, Alpha Bravo's become the piss giant. It's moved. You don't know the water move anymore, it's moved to somebody else. Is there a way that I can fix these guys' moves? Hang on. Yes, okay, thank God. I can change your moves. Give it Rock Smash, it might be useful. You could probably keep you on this time. Yep, we can't use Protect, so I'm not going to teach it to him. What about you? You learn Jump Kick. And Metal Claw. Okay, not gonna lie, Black Aura Cactus actually got... You genuinely got the better end of the stick here, because you've got access to, like, Metal Claw. And like, Rock Tomb. And Jump Kick. Like, you've just got the better moves. Oh, it wasn't that, it was Headbutt I wanted. There we go. We've made an ultimately stronger Pokemon, but it does mean that Alpha's now left with just nothing worth using. Okay, this is fine. We can make do with this. Was this a brand new run from today? I don't think it was it? We've just managed to continue. Poison on this is not good. So let's swap to a Steel type. Ow. That's not very nice of you. Metal Claw for the damage. Well, potentially for the boost. Never mind, you're doing so much damage. We need to go and heal off that freaking paralysis. Thank you very much. Don't we get flying, like, not that... No, we get teleport at some point soon, don't we? Where's the girl that gets the message? I think it's one of the ones you fight here. Yeah, it is. I'll make sure to get back to him. That's all she says. And then she probably, like, ghosts him for the rest of his life. Guys, why are all the stream avatars bunched up? That was weird. You were all in the same spot. What's going on there? Thank you so much, I want you to have these. 5 citrus berries. Thanks, mate. I guess. What did this guy want? Oh, he's the normal type expert. Yeah, I don't want to fight that. So fight me with exclusively normal types. It's like, no thanks. A metronome. Cool. Could be better, could be worse. We need to get cut before we can come back here. How much money do we have? 5k. We can buy a crap load of stuff. Hang on. But yeah, now that we've beaten Misty, 4 restores have appeared. Group hug, I think. Oh, I see. Everyone just went to one place and threw me off. Super potions are worthwhile at this point in the game. Lucky incense. We do have a lucky egg we need to make use of. I need to sell some of this rubbish. All of these miracle seeds. Waterstone's worth keeping. 4 spooky plates. The fact that they sell for nothing is hilarious. I kind of want to keep Reaper Cloth because I feel like Dust Skull turns up a lot. So I'm going to keep it for now. Secret Potions, that's what you sell for a shitload of cash. And you can't sell the beer. Dude won't take it. The new problem we have is we're starting to get to a point where the Pokemon are so strong. What if we got want 4 restores at this point? I'm just going to get loads of super potions and hyper potions and know that we can just come back here to get it later. But yeah, we're at a point where We're running out of good balls to use. Like, we need the Great Ball to hurry up and appear in the shop, but we don't know when that's going to happen. It could be any time. There is an encounter here, so let's grab Sir Benny. What is the level cap for Lieutenant Surge? I think we need to get all the way through the SSN, right? Have you had a soldier roll already? No, but we are fast approaching the end regardless. So it's no biggie. Come on. There we go. Woobat it is. Upside down Woobat, apparently. Who else but a Woobat? What else do we get? A Clefairy. A Woobat Clefairy. And it's level 7. Which means surely its catch rate is really low. I hope it's really low. Yeah, it is good. Good stuff. I just love the fact that it looks like it's flipping everyone off. Fairy Flying. Psychic Fairy. Ooh. I'm gonna go Fairy Flying. It's just a... It's a Dust Bunny. Magic Guard, so ignore stat changes, but only takes damage from attacks. Magic Guard is good. Let's go Gust Assurance, Heart Stamp, and... Sing? Nah, Sing sucks. Stats gonna be shit? Possibly. I mean, it's not a Cleffer. So no, that's not terrible. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. It's really fast and as a special attacker, so it's not a problem. Woo Fairy. You're right, I do hate my Pokemon, and that includes you, Sylveon. I haven't named a Pokemon after you in a long time. How did the 10 rolls go? We survived. All I'll say, Alpha, your 5 were immediately removed because we had the Arceus intervention, like, immediately. However, that did get rid of the positive ones which you gave me, which is just as bad. Hello, Catnap. Welcome, welcome. Sometimes Arceus is a bit annoying because he'll actually get rid of something that we wanted. I just found a Toxic Orb on the floor. That means we can give Toxic Orb to Space Dragon. And actually, we can make use of, the poison. Where is it? Badly poisons a holder in battle. There we go. You got poison heal. We can actually make use of poison heal. Oh, we have a moonstone. But wait, but you're... Guys, do we evolve the Nidorina into Nidoqueen even though she's dead? Or do we give it to the Clefairy to get a Clefable? I miss my rolls, I want to see more. You are more than welcome to see another one, good sir. Thank you so much for the gift. That was so close to annihilation. No held items is probably the grossest one you could have just gotten. Because we just found Toxic Orb and have Poison Heal. Look at how close that was to annihilation, though. Annihilation's the black line. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. Also, do not forget that the intervention of Giratina literally increases the size of Annihilation. Yep, screw that Toxic Orb. I'm so glad we found that. We're not using it. I also can't use the freaking Lucky Egg or the Focus Sash we just got. No held items allowed. Annihilation's instant loss? Yeah, it turns the game off, basically. Actually, no, that's wrong. Intervention of Dialga turns the game off, but we can turn it back on and can just continue from where we were. Which is why we need to remember to save, because if we get Dialga turning up, he'll basically he'll reset us to whatever our last save point was, so I've got to remember to do that. Hondu Berry. It's yeah, Annihilation is we start the run again. It's as if the run never happened. Oh, wow, that guy's got eyes. Slow raid? Blast it. Oh no, the trainers on this side are a decent level. We get an encounter here. Free reset urges. Free custard berries. The urges kind of suck. They don't do anything. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. A Swinub. I can make for a funny fusion. We can remove its ground typing. Oh yeah, you're immune to it. What am I doing? I might swap to Alpha Bravo and get a Yawn in. Can I sue Alpha for ruining my poison arc? Is that how it works? I was afraid I was going to accidentally kill with freaking Confused Ray there, because it keeps happening. Store in the PC. Who else do we get? Okay, can we just admit that Mamoswine Ferrothorn would be really good? I feel like this is a decent combo. Wait, what did you do to me? Oh, did you not been here for a while? You've clearly not been here for a while. Hang on a second, let me get my Naruto-looking ass up here. We got the DNA thing, and I decided to unfuse and refuse the Hitmonlee with you. Ice Grass is a funny typing because you're so weak to fire. Steel Ground is a funny typing. What's Steel Ground weak to? You're weak to fire, but what else are you weak to? I saw us land on DNA and immediately had to go. Nah, that's fair, mate. We landed on DNA and I decided that the best choice was to get the Ghost normal typing on you and remove the Steel off of you. Two of the best types. I don't think Ice Grass is particularly great. Steel Ground is weird. Steel covers a lot of your weaknesses, doesn't it? No. I kind of want to go Ice Grass because we don't have an Ice Pokemon. I'm going to go Ice Grass. Wow. Suicide. Iron Barbs are oblivious. Let's go Iron Barbs and give it Brave because you don't have speed to begin with. Powder Snow, Mud Slap, and that's about it. Roll out for shits and giggles and tackle. Who wants to be Suicide? Who wants the nickname on this guy? Dave Fire's a thing? Oh, I'm aware. Excadrill typing. Oh yeah, that is true. I forgot about that. Who wants to be this funny looking Easter egg? Name it QB. I can't remember if QB and Kubli are the same person or not. I'm just going to say that now. Tiger, I might give it to you. Let's give it to Catnap. Or away. QB is a funny lass. I can never tell the difference. I might give this one to... I'll take her. That's fine then. Okay. Lovely, lovely. I do think the typing is a bit weird. Maybe we reverse it. I think you're right. Maybe we do reverse it. Funny. Because you're right. It basically becomes Excadrill, doesn't it? You're right, Fry. The Powder Snow is a bit shit on it, though. But it'll be fine. We'll make it work. Onwards, I suppose. I need to get levels in. We're going to have to do some, like, grinding at some point. Because as of now, we're just making use of our team to get us to the million. But now we now have a forced double battle, which scares me. Oh, wow. Horrible. That's a Gibble. That is an incoming Dragon Rage off of that Gibble, I'm sure. So we need to hit that with grass like yesterday. Murder that. Murder that. That thing needs to perish. Alright, beautiful. That's fine. It needed to be removed. So now we just Thunder Shock. Bubble Beam. Blammo. Very good. Very good indeed. That was actually a really good setup, by the way. This is another double battle. Again, we'll be fine. The Gibble must have been destroyed. That is a weird looking combo. Electric onto the Psyduck. And Bubble the Lit Chick. I was about to say, if we don't get a single kill from that combination, I'm going to be so mad. Dig Bird. That duck was so fast. Swilloom. Thunder Shock, and probably just Mega Drain. That Endure is cheeky. I could have slapped it with Leech Seed, and then the Endure would have died. It would have just died. That's another gifted from Fry. Thank you so much. Also means we need to spin that wheel of Death and Doom. What do we get? What do we get? Do not annihilate us. Intervention of Cresselia. Choose 2 dead Pokemon, unfuse them, refuse them, and then choose one of the 2 new fusions to revive. This is hilarious. The Cresselia one is funny, because I didn't want to just give us a free revive. I thought just another free revive would be really lame. So it is a free revive, but you get 1/2 of 2 different Pokemon. Only 2 Pokemon are dead. Yep. So we have to unfuse both of these, which was Dark and Fluffy, and refuse them back in whatever order we want, and then one of them comes back to life. So what are we going to do? What do we think? Revive the Fluffy, absolutely, but what order do we do it in? I'm not gonna lie. I think we do Sandile Relicanth, perhaps. Sandile Relicanth, Crocodile Tree, Rock Flying, Poison Ground. Well, these 2 aren't too bad. We could do Relicanth Tropius. Rock Flying's not bad. Crocodile Tree. Crocodile Tree is a funny concept, but I don't think it's very good. No, Crocodile Tree is what it was. So, to put it this way, this is what it was, so we can't go Relicanth, Nidorina, Crocodile, and Tree. We can't do that. It has to be like an X shape, or an up and down. So it would have to be Relicanth with one of these 2, or Nidorina with one of these 2. It can't be these 2, and it can't be these 2. So we can't do Crocodile Tree, because that's what it already was. I think the Flying Rock is an interesting choice. I kind of like this. Grass Rock. No, it would be Water Flying. Oh, that's so weak to Electric. It would be Grass Rock. Grass Rock. I don't know how I feel about Grass Rock. Isn't that Cradley? Isn't Grass Rock Cradley's typing? That's a good typing, isn't it? Gyarados 2.0. Do we really want that, though? I think we go Grass Rock. Yeah, there's only 1 Pokemon in the game with this typing, so let's make a new one. There's no other Pokemon with this typing. Yo, it's Banana Fish. It's Banana and it's Hero Drawing, one of our favourite artists. Let's go Rockhead. You know, with all of these massive moves that you have. That's dumb looking. Alright, so this one's Fluffy. Fluffy Cthulhu. I spelled you wrong. That's Fluff Cthulhu. Fluffy Cthulhu, the bearer of bananas. And Dark Poison, Dark Ground Poison. Let's go Ground Poison, shall we? With Intimidate. Because we like a good bit of Intimidate. And this is Duck. I remembered these two names. This is the first time I actually remembered them. And now the question is, chat. Who comes back? Who comes back? Cresselia has completely messed up their DNA and is bringing one of them back. Who do we return? Fluffy or Duck? Banana Fish. So many people say Banana Fish. Duck isn't even here. I think only green fusion silhouettes should be allowed. It's hard to do that sometimes. Alright, we'll bring... Everyone wants Fluffy back. Welcome back to the game. Half of Duck didn't come back. That's a really funny intervention. I like that. Oh, another 5. We are never playing the game. We're never playing the game. We're just spinning wheels at this point. None of them going to Duck. Thank you so much for all of these freaking wheel spins, guys, and all of these gifted donations. Let's go. 5 more wheel spins. No evolving. No evolving. Not allowed. No evolving. No protect. That was already on there. Can't have that one. Spin 2. The next Pokemon that dies instead, well, no, also revives the first Pokemon in the dead box. That's Parasitic Rebirth. So the Parasite is active. Whoever dies next brings Duck back. That's what happens there. Spin 3. Reduce the party size by 1. Party size is 5. Is this spin 4, I think it was? No held items is already on there. Yep. So this is spin 4. Yo, Alpha Bravo. Choose any modifier that you currently see on screen. And that modifier is not removed when we beat Surge. It will remain in place. Annihilation would be so funny. The extra life? That's not on there. I'll be nice. Parasite. So, that modifier is not removed on next modifier reset. Okay, I can reword that. So, Parasite will now remain, basically. So, what I'll do is I'll do Parasite active, and then Palkia retains. So, basically, what that means is if it triggers, then it doesn't leave, and it can trigger again, basically. Or if it doesn't trigger, if anything removes it, including itself, it will remain. So we now have 2 Parasite active. And then final spin. No hell items again. Choose a route, Alpha Bravo. Choose a route and we get another encounter from it. I think that was all of them. Let me double check. So it was no evolving. That one was gone. So no evolving. Parasite. Reduce party size. Palkia. Yeah. And then choose another encounter. So that's all 5 of them. It's just the more modifiers we have, the harder this gets. So where are we going? I'm actually going to quickly go to the wheel and just change the wording. I'm going to change the wording of Palkia. I'm going to change... Where is it? Where is Palkia? Dialga, Giratina, Darkrai, Arceus, Shaman, Palkia. So DC chooses a modifier. That modifier is not removed when it next would be. There we go. There we go. Change the wording so it makes more sense. Alright. Where are we getting this other encounter from? Hello again. The Diglett Cave. We haven't been there yet. Can't go to Route 22, can he? I think we can. It's just not... Oh no, I can go to Route 22. It requires running really far away. Yeah, so Route 22 is where Indigo Plateau starts. I really liked Route 22. I can go back there if you want. I will have to run all the way back there though. Just understand that I will have to run all the way back there to do it. The best bit is if I got to go through the Diglett Cave... Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, Route 22 it is. If I was allowed to go through Diglett Cave, I could get there so much quicker. Onwards, guys. Back through Mount Moon. Back through Viridian Forest. I love experience. Thank you so much, by the way, for all the people that have donated gifted memberships on YouTube and Twitch subs and all of that, all of the above, basically, because that is what makes the run harder. And that is what puts all of the horrible freaking modifiers on screen. Oh shit, here we go again. I love Mount Moon. For some reason, whenever I do these runs, these Nuzlockes with all of the bells and whistles attached, we end up in Mount Moon for like 4 hours. I swear. Right, level 23. I'm going to swap you out for someone else who needs levels. Actually, this is a really good way for us to get levels on our lower level Pokemon. You are grass. I am grass water. Do I just not fight you? Lick. I know you resist me. Oh, that's so bad. Just straight up quick attacks then. Best thing I can do. Or lick until I land a paralysis. Ooh, baby. Do you get the kill? I don't think you do. As much as I hope that you would, I don't think you do. It would have landed a Leech Seed. Never mind. Headbutt it. As much as I wanted a Libdig to get that, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the risk. What is this music? Oh, you can deal with a freaking Metapod, surely. Just lick it. Lick it over and over again. And now spam bubbles, because what's it gonna do? All of these people are like, this guy's been here for so long. Most of what I... Oh my god, I can't lick you. You are unlickable. Who's got the steel typing right now? You do, right? Excellent. Jump kick it down. Excellent. Onwards to Route 22, people. Onwards. Uh-oh, what's in here? A Clefairy? Absorb. Well, that didn't do much. Alright, well, we won't stop then. The big sock. And we get a little song as well. You licked a Metapod and it hardened. Don't think too hard into it, alright? Water Pulse. Why does it learn Water Pulse so early? Water Pulse, that does so much damage. And the Confusion. Wild. Wicked. Mental, actually. If this party size reduced by 1 to max 5, why is there 6? Because I forgot. It's less a why is it the case and more so a quick remind the streamer because he has so many things to keep track of, sometimes he won't notice. Get Sylveon out of there. There we go. But yeah, no, it's not intentional, it was just a complete accident. Spooky plate, things for me to sell. We are on our wonderful journey back to the start of the bloody game. Dude, what Pokemon are even there? We don't know what Pokemon's in here. Hello, Viridian Forest. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I'm now over-leveled. This Pokemon that needs levels is now over-leveled for the area that we're running through. Do the tree skip? What do you mean? Oh yeah, the webs are handy. We can make money here. I forgot about the webs. That's a fish. A core fish. Ah! Heateran. Everything here is weak. Secret potion. And a Fermantis. I could have come here and gotten a Fermantis and called it Anne. Understand that your decisions have now stopped Anne from being a Fermantis. Water pulse. It's dead. Spider web. Give me the secret potion. Thank you. Secret potions sell for like 5k. Lick it. Lick it to death. Absorb for the health. Want to be put out of my misery at this point with how many times Dave's been fucked over after Gym 2 and 3? It's not funny anymore, it's a dead gag. The thing is, though, is you guys have, like, there are people that lurk, you know, and they watch me play this, and they find all of this hilarious. We could have come back here ages ago to do this, by the way. Alright, there's a Gibble here. That's a fusion, so it doesn't count. There's a Gibble here somewhere. Gibble is fusing with everything other than being it itself. Instead, we get a freaking Drowsy. Cool, I guess. I'm so glad. I'm so happy. What do people find hilarious? The wheel spins. They find the Nuzlocke experience hilarious because there's so much backtracking. There are so many things that go wrong. It's a Drowsy Pichu. There is a Gibble here that could know Dragon Rage and make the game so simple. But no, we get a Drowsy and a baby. The only good thing that's coming out of this is nasty plot off of the freaking Pichu. Hang on, Fusion Party. Who wants to be the child? Who wants to be the child? There were so many good Pokemon here. Look at this mental dude. Nobody wants him. Determines what moves a foe has. What the fuck does... I've never seen Forewarn before. Fry, would you like to be the small child? Would you like to be the small child with a huge nose? This is such a Star Wars reference, I swear. It's Samulma. I told you the wheels are a great way to encourage engagement. It is, and people enjoy it. It is. We just need a name. Sure, I'm mentally a child. We're running out of people to name these Pokemon after. That's the best bit about this whole thing. You could have been a dragon. You could have been an epic dragon. You could have been a dragon before Space Dragon ever was a dragon. But nope. You're a small child with a big nose. And is level 3. The moment I'm allowed to use held items again, you will be allowed to have levels. But for now, you are not worth leveling up. Also, Lieutenant Surge is such an annoying trainer to fight next. Because the first gym... What the? Those eyes. Yeah, the first gym that you run into, you're like, oh, okay, I'll bring grass and water Pokemon. The next gym you fight, it's like, oh, well, grass and water Pokemon are effective here as well. And then you get to the third gym. Grass and water Pokemon are useless. Through Mount Moon we go. More Mount Moon. There's one of them more named after me. That's fair. With the mentality of the baby child. David Arceus and Regigigas is named after me. Maybe one day. To be fair, Joel, I haven't given you anything yet, have I? I keep forgetting which runs I name things after you and which ones I don't. It's a drugged baby. It's a really weird looking baby. That's a funny looking child. Oh my god, I just don't have an easy way of taking this out. We just keep spamming it. There we go. It spammed curse. Instead of hitting us with anything worth hitting us with, it just spammed curse and died. Drunk baby hell, that is me. But yeah, once stream is over, I'm going to look into seeing if I can integrate the wheel spin into OBS itself, and then maybe we'll be able to do something that doesn't require me going in and out all the time. The results will just be told to me then and there. Frogadier Turtwig, which doesn't look correct at all. Couldn't the other side of it evolve? Nope, one more level and we get the other side. Hello from the other side. I'm gonna heal you because you're low. Onwards through the entire mountain. See, a bag on. We could have had a bag on, but nope. Instead, we have the bag off. Don't you dare click Dragon Rage. I'm going to be so mad. I don't think you learn it, but I'll be so mad if you did. Can you teleport to the last Pokemon Center you visited? With what? I mean, I suppose I could have done it with Drowsy if it knew it. The last Pokemon Center I technically visited was the one that I got the Drowsy at. Lick it and hope and pray. Yeah, the last center we went into was Viridian, and that was so that we could drop it off because we weren't allowed to have it on the team. Then again, I have a feeling the game does it differently. I think the game treats teleport as fly. So it might not actually be that much of a problem. Teleport would be really useful. Okay, I didn't need to heal whatsoever. I could have just walked up to Shellos and clicked Absorb. We will get past Lieutenant Surge. It will happen. It will happen eventually. What other rules do I need to pay attention to? Focus on my forehead, camera. No protect, no TMs. Aura must be in the party, which I believe they are. Yeah, okay. We can work with this. It's just not simple. It's just a couple of things I need to keep an eye on. I think I'm in the party. Yeah, you should be. Oh, I'm letting this take way too much damage because of infestation. Oh, it can't be swapped out. That's fine. Here, I got Hyper Potion then. So long as I can keep healing, we should be okay. Even when something stupid like that happens. Alpha is sure to dick suck the wheel till you fall. That is such a sentence. That's such a vibe. You're level 17 and haven't evolved into Grottle yet. Is that genuinely Grottle is level 18? Because if so, that's so long. Alright, visit the Pokemon Center that we're last at, which is good. Let's continue. So let's just double check. Alpha is... no, Aura is on the team. There is no Soul Link. No held items, no protection, no TMs. Aura is in the party. Party size must be 5 or lower. And the Parasite exists, which means if someone dies, Duck comes back. Which is such a sentence. No evolution. Oh shit, you're right. It's illegal. Crap. You're so correct. Well done. I didn't even click that I allowed that to happen. Alright, well, Lil Big can come back after we beat Surge. Which means we can bring another person along. Do we bring Cthulhu with us? Let's do it. Let's bring the bananas with us. Oh, it's such a shame. Sometimes it just doesn't work. boo, this guy, he broke a rule. I know, I'm sorry. It's so easy to do, though, because remember how many of them there are. Sometimes I forget which ones are even active. And that's a problem, because you were quite a strong mon on our team. And I think we're going to be bringing an electric type into a gym that's going to be filled with electric types. Rokern. Electric grass. I should be afraid of you, shouldn't I? Let's go black cactus. You're not the ghost anymore, I forgot about that. Dude spams uproar. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Fan Jr. Fairy Ground. Oh, Metal Claw, definitely. You're dead. And then we fight the boy. Jesus fucking Christ. Where did I get a held item? Oh, one of you's got pickup. You picked up a super potion. It does nothing. Don't worry about it. But yeah, you got pickup. I deliberately left pickup on it because it's funny. You will randomly find hilarious things. Also, Venuquill is hilarious because he's got a little headdress of plants. Bubble Beam and Hope and Pray. Dude, use Takedown. I did nothing. Oh no. Swap to the Ghost normal type, which I think is Alpha Bravo. You can't be hit by Takedown. Hell yeah. Now kick its ass. Hell yeah. See, Alpha Bravo, that's why we changed you. No evolving. Not allowed. Nice try. What do you do? Oh, you talk about fossils, that's fine. This guy gives us a super rod. No, an old rod, doesn't he? Alright, cool. That gives us the ability to get more encounters. I also completely pressed the button to not register it. I could add something on the wheel, which is just no wheel spin, no fishing. That'd be funny. I found this weird stone. Hands me a berry. Listen to this guy's story and get a bike. Wait, did he give me a bike? I don't think he did. I think he gave me a freaking XXX accuracy. Never mind. We don't get a bike. I thought I read XXX accuracy and then was like, huh. What do? You think we do if I get some planks and bricks? Where do I get them from? Bricks and pewter, planks and viridian. Okay, you want me to go back to the start of the game? Cool. Thanks. Excellent. Brilliant, actually. Okay, no, full restores are just in the shop in general now. It's, this guy that changes. This guy sells premiables. Nice. Get another 14k out of that, why not? Silver rare bones, silver spooky plates. Keep mostly the rest. Yeah, that's fine. With the fishing rod that opens up the town as an encounter location. It does, which is why I think having a wheel spin... I'm going to add it as a wheel spin now. I think it's a funny idea. Also, the music ended. The music ended, which basically means that that's more or less where we're supposed to end stream. But it's okay. Give me a second. I'm going to add this one, which is, what is it? Scared off the fish. No fishing. Just because of a funny idea. No fishing. And then we'll make that 0.8. So that's not a bad one. Well, it is bad, but it's not, like, terrible. And then I'll add another one, which is, something like, scared off fishing, which is, and then, nothing under those rocks, which is no encounters from Rock Smash. Again, nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy, but they're just more detriments. You know, they're just things that could come up that are potentially detriments. And I'll save that as well. I like that. We've made a couple of adjustments to the wheel. I realised that you didn't see it. Scared off the fish is no fishing, and nothing under those rocks is no encounters from Rock Smash. I think I've saved that. But guys, I'm going to call it there. Because normally what we do is if we manage to get to SSN, that's usually a good time for us to call it. Because now we can come back tomorrow and start at SSN with all of these problems. It's gonna be an issue. You guys have made this so difficult. Pick up items, feed Pokemon in slot 1, even if it's the wrong stats. That would be funny. Self-medicated. I do need to take that item off of him. Item take. Save. Also, do keep coming up with ideas as well. I don't think that one's that great because it won't really affect us, like, nearly ever. But it's worth having. Let's test for HP TP to Pallet Town. But yeah, guys, we're going to call it. We're going to call it there. Thank you so much for coming along. It's been an absolute blast. Let's move over to the credits, shall we? We need to give everyone. We need to give everyone credit that has been in here today and has been like, yo, time for a donation. Because we have had so many new members today. We've also had some subbing on Twitch. And of course, Alpha Bravo and Vastillion are still walking away with the top membership gifters of July. You guys are mental. Subbing real quick. Yo, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it if you do. But thank you guys so much for being here. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and above all else, have a damn good one. Dave Chloe said she wants Chinese for dinner. You know what? When? Where? When? What? She's sick right now. Where was that said? That's fucking funny if so. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.